Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Elements in Shadow with What Team Comp. I'm your host, the Uncommon Guru, and I am joined today by Paris,
Hello.
Butters,
The Earth is round.
Madrino,
Ew.
and Chris.
Yo.
Butters,
And
you just made Don lose 2% of his watching of the people who watch him by saying the Earth is round.
you're implying that I have a wide enough audience to lose anyone at the moment? I could probably lose 100% for all you know.
God, we didn't know this whole time Limey was a flat Earth.
I know, right? We don't know this. Limey's never told us that if she was or wasn't.
I'm just gonna watch this later and just beat the fuck out of him.
Limey, comment down below. Are you a flat earther?
She already
I
planned
never
on
said
putting
anything,
Cheshire
so
in the
just keep
draft.
me out of this little Earth discussion.
You're fine. That being said, you guys are ready to hop in, so let's get right into it, hey? When last we left off with our team of adventurers, they had made their way to a little coastal village after making their way through Mervale's valleys and hills, and the area had been under siege of lightning that would seemingly come out of the sky and strike at anyone who was out after the sun had gone down. Making their way onto one of the islands after being advised by some of the people around town, they began looking around until they met a woman in a mountain. After discussing things with her and getting the knowledge that there was a portal somewhere to the north of them, they made their way there, sealed off the portal, and were able to defeat several elementals that had slipped through. After which they went back to discuss more about another issue that had popped up. The mayor's granddaughter had been listening to a little token where a voice had been coming to her. After discussing it with her and finding that the most likely source of it was a hag, they made their way back swiftly to try and help prevent anything bad from happening. Arriving quickly, with good perception and with fast feet, they bolted to try and stop her from leaving the town, where she was wandering at that time.
More like succeeded.
You did succeed, of course. Caught up with a hag and her two giant goons, with Cheshire and Snow saving the girl and defeating the hag, while with Elisha, of course. Elisha Bladesong and ran alongside them. Ellie getting up and basically 1v2ing the giants, and Karg huffing, puffing, and panting, trying to keep up.
Poor car.
He's not fast like the rest of you. You all picked people who have movement speed boosts, and he's just like, I'm just the cleric. That being said, with her safely back safe, the hag's head still clutched in Cheshire's hand, and the group of you together as the sun is beginning to go down. You guys re-enter the city with people going into their houses, locking up. Granted, a few people do pause in going in as they look and see a group of adventurers coming into town with a large creature's head, hair gripped in Cheshire's hand, point where it should be dragging the ground. And
Ellie's walking backwards while talking to Pine.
Yep. And Pine's just like looking up at you, just like with wide eyes, just trying to focus on you and trying not to take furtive little glances towards the head, like, oh.
Well, thankfully, Pine was on my shoulder, so...
Oh, yeah, no,
She's looking down.
So, yeah, she's looking down. So she's looking down at you, trying not to look down at the head, just looking at you, like, eyes wide, staring at you, like, uh-huh.
Ellie's doing her best to keep her distracted.
Doing a good job.
Just telling her stories, essentially.
Karg just walking behind you guys, just like, I need to work out.
She'll chuck a water skin in him if she hears
I'm
him dancing.
I'm
Carter,
fine.
we're gonna have to get you some cardio. You're looking a little flabby there, bud.
Look, I've been eating a good healthy meal. I didn't realize that you guys who've been laying around in the cart and doing your own things were suddenly getting faster than me.
I can get you a little exercise if you want.
I can try. You
Little
guys are
P90X
fast.
ought to fix your abs real fast. I'm kidding.
I'm strong. He like makes a flexing motion like I'm strong. Just not used to having to run as fast as you all.
I wanna like perceive his legs to see if I can tell how much he's been skipping like that.
Uh,
In comparison to the rest of us, every day.
it's not that he's been skipping leg day so much as just from the way he's moving. He's there's a certain way you were taught when you were taught how to blade sing, how to move, which it only works because you've trained yourself to move in such a way when you're blade
AKA
singing.
the Naruto run.
The Naruto run, kick your legs up as you're leaning backwards or run, however you wish to think of it as. But with the way that he moves, his center of gravity it's centered correctly, but he's a little bit lower in his center of gravity, trying to essentially not be thrown off his feet than he is to be moving fast.
He built for standing and taking damage, not for moving around.
Yes. He's built himself to be I can stand and move around if I need to, but it's more of a strafing here I am sort of motion rather than a charge in and throw feet and hands and whatever else you may have at people, or blades, weapons, hammers, etc. Entering into towards the mayor's abode, or you're not quite at there, but you're approaching it as you see her mother, like hands over her mouth, just staring down at you all, looking petrified in the sense of being like she's like unable to move, staring at you, clearly alive, not worried, nothing like that, but just like like looking between.
We bring precious cargo.
I can
We
see
come
that.
bearing a gift?
Unharmed.
Hi,
But we
Mom.
can't say the same for ourselves.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
put her down so he can show
It is not your fault.
She's saying her mom. Her mom rushes over when she's put down, and she like moves a few feet closer, and as her mom like picks her up, she like grabs her, like almost like crushing her to her chest, just my baby, my baby.
She didn't get taken.
Like looks up at you and kind of like you see her eyes like slide down, looks like wincing, like face curling as she stares at the head of the hag. Just, is that what tried to take my baby?
Unfortunately so.
Please be rid of it. Please.
I want to show it to the elder first.
I will inform him. And from behind her, you hear, I see it. like he just like opens, like he's the door open. He's just like staring at, like, he doesn't look like he wants to come out, but also like,
You gotta take the bad with the good when you're a village elder.
He just puts it in a nearby trash can.
That's fair.
Who's
That's where it
trash?
belongs. In the trash.
What unfortunate soul just got a hag hat in the fucking trash?
So you throw it away into a trash to
Receptacle.
get rid of it, basically.
Mm.
Looking around, everyone else is they're just going into their rooms, and you see the two of them like motion you, like, come inside, please, quickly.
Well, is it?
Hmm?
Does it look like the night's about to come?
Yeah, sun's coming down.
Y'all go in. I can take a hit. Let's see if it.
All right. So everyone else is going inside.
I'll turn to Alasha as we go inside and say, so, was this the reason you were in this town? Apart from the lightning.
We were passing through. We happened upon the lightning incident. And
Hard to miss.
yes, the hag incident seemed to come of it.
I see. Very well. Do you think we'll be staying long after this is done?
Likely not.
Good. All right then. After you, and we go inside. Or I'll go inside.
So everyone's heading inside. Karg looks over at Cheshire and is just like, don't stray outside 30 feet of me, all right?
Sure, man.
He moves like towards the doorway. Just kind of leaves the door open, just sits down and just seems meditative, just watching you, just with a clear intent, focus to react.
Do I know what he's doing?
Roll a religion check.
It's not actually that bad.
Nope. It's
God came with ethic. Sorry, go on. I have to bring it up every time.
you're going to bring it up every time. Which, to be fair, you're aware of this because you've heard a few things about it from other people, as well as from Karg himself. Those who are strong enough in their devotion to certain gods gain various boons, and the one that Karg himself has discussed with you guys, him being a worshipper of Engla, has the ability to allow people to overcome some of the dangerous forces of nature, whether that be the heat of fire, frigid cold, lightning, things of that nature. He can help himself or someone else briefly be able to overcome it. Essentially, he can give resistance to a creature within 30 feet of him to a type of damage.
Oh, okay.
Nature Cleric. It's one of their really good abilities. Like, no, seriously, it's one of their really good abilities. Like,
Yeah, because it's resistance to a fucking damage that hurts like hell.
Yep, and for 2 barbarians, I mean, that just means that you guys get a hit more HP. Not including the wizard and the monk. It's only to one creature, but it is still very useful.
If that one creature's frontliner, that's very useful, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Always more useful to be used on himself.
It is. Him being alive is very, very useful.
We don't have potions yet! Ah!
That being said, you guys all watch Kari and watch Cheshire anxiously as the mayor, Pine, and her mother are all watching. Just the mother's clearly moved Pine as deep into the place as she can to keep her safe and away from everything. The sun goes down. Cheshire stands in the middle, just kind of looking around. No clouds really in the area anymore as the clouds begin dispersing since you guys took care of the portal. Over in the distance you can see the moon beginning to crest and peak. And no lightning.
Thank God!
In the morning, we should probably try to figure out where that hag was staying. After that, we...
I mean, I'm down, but I want to try something in the morning.
May I ask what your reasoning is? Not that I disagree, I'm just curious what you think.
She had these gloves on her person.
True.
Why not check out what she's got at her house?
Well,
Very true.
Also, just a point of order that I wasn't able to fully go over last week because it had been a long session. The gloves, they're a kind of a dark tan color. Clearly some kind of leather was worked into this. If you would like, you can roll a nature check to see if you can figure out what it's made of.
Baby.
so last time we got gloves and boots, right?
I believe it was boots.
Yeah.
Yes, it was boots.
Because it's you can walk across water essentially with the boots.
No, that's
No,
the
it's
ring.
the ring.
No, that's the ring of water walking.
The
I think
boots is
boots
the springing and striding that triples your jump distance and makes it so you can't be slowed down by encumbrance.
Damn it! No. Give it to the monk.
Yeah, a monk with Step of the Wind jumping just far as heck. Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
A 10.
What? If I might ask, DM,
Yes.
Guru, what is your ruling on jump distance? Because technically, according to sage advice and such, they say you can only jump or climb as far as your movement speed, or jump as far as your movement speed.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you go with things as well?
That's how it's
thought-
written. Rules is written.
Right. So what I'm saying
And
is,
I'm going to try to adhere to that as best I can.
okay.
If you're able, like if you can do the math for how much it is, by all means do that. So that way you can be like, okay, I'm moving it's like if you know like a 5-foot jump straight up, if you know exactly how much that is, and you can just say, I have this written down. I'm going to trust you on that. Because, I mean, especially if you're the one with the jump distance, because you've got your strength modifier added to that, so you can jump pretty dang far.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're
Cats
able to...
always land on their face.
I mean, you ain't wrong.
The moment Ellie sees you trip, fall, and land on your face, she's going to make that comment.
Okay.
Excellent. That being said, just have it down. If we can see if that is more than your movement, or if it would go over your movement, we can discuss and see how that would work.
I think does a double or triple your?
The step of the wind. If I use the key point for step of the wind, it triples my jump speed.
I'm talking about
My
the
jump.
boots alone.
Boots alone, let me pull it up here just to verify. Should be double, but I'm double checking. You can jump 3 times the normal distance.
3. So what is your strength?
20 or 19 right now, actually. So it's plus
19.
4.
Once it hits 20, you'll be able to jump almost 35 feet.
Yeah, which is within my movement. I mean, as a monk, I get more.
Yeah.
So, and my thought is this will probably come into play most often during like exploration stuff. Basically,
Yeah,
I'll
this is just
assume that
exploration. This
I can
isn't
jump
like
just about anywhere I need to, really, unless it's like hundreds of feet up.
yeah. Which the only way it's combat is if, which I Paris and Butters can attest that I do try and do some 3D movement stuff. It's just hard to do on like Roll20.
Right, on a 2D thing. Yeah.
It's on a 2D platform, so I can't make it so you can actually see where the 3D is. But I do try and figure out how high things are, distances like that, so that when you're doing like jumps and whatnot, making sure it's within your movement.
Yeah.
Tommy's been chewing on my blanket.
Oh, tell her that's not a chew toy.
It's wet.
Anyway, I was just asking for clarification.
No, I understand. The boots
So-
do state that it has to be within your movement.
Okay.
So it's if you give it to like a weaker person, that still means that they can jump a long distance. So they're not going to be falling behind if they need to like jump across the gap in the bridge, which is useful.
So it should be given to the person with the lowest strength.
I imagine everyone turns and looks at Elisha.
I feel called out.
I mean,
But I
3
didn't
of
call
us
out
have
your name.
19s, Kurt.
But I'll take them.
If you'd like them. I mean, I don't really need them that much, but yeah.
If you're offering.
But they would
Go
have been
for
nice.
it. It means if I can throw you, that you'll go further, maybe.
I don't think it's how that works.
Damn.
Yeah, pats you on the shoulder.
Elisha's thinking about that, working towards that actually make work. There are ways to make that work.
Karg just like
If I
stares at
throw
him. He's
her
like,
and she
no.
springs where she lands, yeah, technically she would.
So we're Karg looks at y'all. We're taking a long rest and we're checking to see where this witch.
Elisha,
Yes.
can you wake me up early before they wake up? I want to try something.
How early is early? I only need 4 hours of sleep.
What time do the shops open?
They generally open around. The mayor kind of scratches his chin thoughtfully. A little bit after sunup. They want to make sure that the night's done, and that
They're not going to get struck by lightning.
yes, which
That's fair.
telling
That
them
is-
that they don't have to worry about that anymore is going to be something that's going to take some time for them to readjust to.
That's fair.
So maybe 7:30. Yes. Maybe.
I'd say shortly after the crack of dawn, they should be up.
Yeah.
Then. Which means I have to go to bed early. So I'm gonna go get some sleep. Do you mind?
I have guest quarters if you wish to make yourself. Granted, they're not. It's a sauna, not a really got guest rooms per se, but I have mats that I can throw out for you if you wish.
If there's not too much trouble.
No,
I'm
you.
going to walk to the sea elf's house.
Okay, you're just gonna walk back to the sea elf's house. Okay.
I mean, did I sleep on the couch there anyway?
Yeah.
One of us needed to go back and tell him, "Hey, we got your boat."
Right.
Oh no, that we're all right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 'cause that's not his boat. He went
Yeah.
back on his boat.
Yeah.
Okay. So Cheshire's going back to the sea elf's house, and does everyone want to stay in at the sauna?
I'll go back to sea elf's house, and then I'll go back to the sauna.
Okay. So you go. Do you knock, or you just kind of open the door?
Open the door.
You just open the door.
Knock, open up the door, it's real.
You open up the door and you just see him like sitting crisscross, just like for a second. Like you see his eyes like flash open, and he just stares at you for a second.
Trancing.
Like he was starting to trance. He like opens his eyes, stares at you. Like it's like a creepy stare.
Lightning's gone.
Oh.
We got rid of that. We're alright. Have a good life. He just walks away.
Yeah, you close the door on your way out. He's just like staring after you, like, wait, what? He goes back to trancing.
Yep.
I don't have time to deal with these problems. Alright, so you guys are able to bed down, you get your long rest, you're able to sleep. Full HP, already said it before, you're level 6 now.
Hallelujah.
Nice. Did we divvy up that gold?
Did you?
I
don't
don't
think we did.
No. I don't think we did. I'm not sure though.
I know Karg hasn't taken any.
We
All
did
right.
not. Snow just took all of it and didn't say anything about it.
How much in total will everyone be
So-
getting? Oh, of course.
Snow,
I guess.
how much is this being
Yes.
broken up into?
How much was it? I didn't know that I had taken it.
Yeah, I remember it was either you or Elijah said, "I'm taking the gold while they're doing other things."
Oh, see, I thought that
I took the gold and
See, and I thought that was you.
That sounds like an Elisha thing to do.
yeah, you ain't wrong.
How much gold do you both have on your sheets? Say that.
Not as much gold as I took. I don't believe I wrote it down. Give me 1 second.
Son of a bitch.
I don't think either of them wrote down how much gold you guys
No,
picked up.
I still only have the default gold. I never took the gold.
So it was probably Lasha.
Fairly confident. in that.
No,
Give me
Elisha also
hot.
has a very low gold number. I checked.
It's
Give me
weird.
a
What the?
hot second.
Yeah.
I know for a fact I didn't take it.
I know for a fact Karg shouldn't. Did Karg take it? I don't think he took it. Everyone looking through their stuff like, who's got the money? Who's got the money?
Give me a hot second.
I know.
Do you ever write down the gold in the roll 20, Don?
Nope.
Fuck.
I already scrolled up to check.
I'm literally just watching through the last episode. I don't know where it went.
That's
When
fair.
did we get gold?
Right at the end. I think it was off the hag.
Oh.
I'm fairly certain it was off the hag.
It was.
Twas off the hag.
My
Ooh.
ears.
So Elisha took the boots. Is that correct?
Elisha currently has the boots of springing and striding.
Okay. Very well.
Just giving him a chance to listen to that.
Wow, Guru, you don't have notes of every little thing that ever happened? Shake my head.
Mm, why?
See, Matt is also doing other things as well. Very useful things, very important things. Thank you,
Are you
Matt.
talking about the typing sounds or?
I mean, he's pinning things in a chat between me and him, which is very helpful. I saw a few of them that were pinned, and I'm like, yes, thank you.
Get out the Discord chat, you thought. No.
I'm still looking through the video. I'm sorry.
In the meantime,
Yeah, please continue.
Paris,
Please.
you're woken up, and you're able to go and meet the shops as they're opening.
Is there a clothes shop?
Clothing shop? There's a clothing shop, yeah. It's fairly simple clothing and not built to be.
She needs a new shirt. She's gotten bigger.
Yeah, she would be able to go inside and purchase something to that extent.
Or
you're
is she
looking just
dragged
for a
along?
shirt.
Bigger,
Because she-
Paris.
Huh? She's taller.
How old are you?
She's 23, but it's something Dawn and I discussed with variant humans.
That what? They keep growing past, what, 18, 20?
Actually,
Still
technically,
grow.
you could still grow at 23.
You can, yeah.
So that's something that happens to women because they tend to grow faster, than men in general. But
Oh
it can
no,
still
I've seen
happen.
from experience of a woman telling me she's still growing.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Like, yeah, it still is something that does happen. Are you looking for just common clothes, for just the shirt, for the shirt and pants?
Well, who she dragged Alosh because Alosh is the only one in the group that has an eye for detail.
Okay, so you're looking for one that quote unquote fits you and looks good.
Yes.
Okay.
I need female tastes that aren't mine because otherwise I just walk around naked.
All right. With Alosha's passive investigation during this time, just to can help speed things along. She's
Matt,
able to
is
help
that you typing?
someone's
That's me,
typing.
yeah.
Okay.
That's Chris typing.
Sorry. I'm
You're fine.
multitasking.
You're
No,
fine.
you're fine. I just have to make sure that I'm not going nuts.
You're fine. So with with a 17 passive, easily able to find a few shirts that would look good on you. You can buy one or you can buy several, up to you.
Several.
Okay. How many?
3.
The total amount for them would be 7 gold, not 7 gold, 7 silver, 5 copper.
I almost had a heart attack. I'm like,
No,
excuse
not
me?
that expensive, Paris. I'm used to saying gold for a lot of things that are expensive. This is
Hey,
silver and copper.
3. That was less than one thing of incense, Paris. So it's
Mm-hmm.
Definitely still not salty about it.
Get over it. I'm giving them 8 silver.
Okay. They give you back 5 copper.
She just puts it back in their hand.
But it's business. You're supposed to get your change, ma'am.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mhm.
All right. They kind of take it, looking very perplexed, but like, okay, I'm not really gonna question this. Sure. Okay.
I mean, I'm wide awake. Should we go back to the house or should we wander a bit? Poking Mad's face.
I think he's still listening to the thing, so he's not fully paying attention here.
Meh.
I will be at the tavern getting my morning milk.
Gotcha. Milk. The tavern person just looking at you like, you're so weird.
What the fuck?
But he does give you
a quick little growl. Excuse me.
You're weird.
A
Most
cat
people
growls!
coming in, yeah, people coming in asking just for milk. It's not what I normally get. It's weird. You'll have to get all pissy cat on me.
You don't have to be rude. Maybe I'll take my business elsewhere.
Where? I'm the only place in town.
I'll go
Besides, I
find
give
a
you
cow
milk.
and milk it myself.
Ah, yes.
That's not-
Which any of the farmers in town would drive you out like, well,
Not
like
if
a
I paid
mouse.
them.
You're not supposed to be on their farms. He just like shakes his head like, what the heck are you thinking?
Also, that's a good way to get sick.
Drinking cow or milk straight from the cow, yeah.
Yeah, got a lot of bacteria.
It's also very chunky.
Okay. Oh well.
Mhm.
Making a point. Thanks for everybody turning on me. I really.
You're fine.
No,
I mean,
you started this by acting all aggressive against me, calling me weird.
I'm
So-
There was
very
no
triggered.
aggression there. It was literally just no, that's weird. Simple as that.
Insulting.
It's true. How many people do you have walk into a place that sells predominantly ale and beers? And
I
you
am
get
not
them
a
to say,
person.
You
I
are.
am a cat.
You
Oh,
are a
you calling
humanoid.
yourself-
Very
he
obvious.
said
A non?
You're a
I'm
humanoid.
a cat person. I'm a tabaxi.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
that-
doesn't mean
it
you're
makes
not
you
a
a pro.
humanoid. This is also
Are
this
you
is
telling
the
me that orcs aren't humanoids?
this is the innkeeper
I'm not
yelling at him.
saying. I'm not saying. I am not saying race.
Yeah.
I'm not saying their classification. Okay. First
No,
off,
no.
that's more meta than anything.
Also, if you're arguing
two,
this with the innkeeper is confused.
No, this is out of context because we're talking about humanoid, which is very much a meta term. All I am pointing out is that to your average person, there should be very little, like, connection between a human and then me, because I look nothing like a.
Yes, you do.
No.
Apart from the fact
You-
that I
you-
stand on two
Yeah,
feet.
which most people like they'll connect that you're obviously we use the term humanoids when referring to all of them because humans. And the innkeeper would refer to humanoids because he is human. But besides the point, most people who walk and
screaming
move
and arguing.
like this would consider to be in the same vein. And so yeah, he's allowed to be a little bit confused about this.
My passive is 13. Do we hear screaming and arguing?
No, you're in a completely different part of the city at the moment.
Yeah,
He's
If
at the
we're
tavern.
wandering?
He gives you your milk.
Yeah, and also this isn't the first time that I've asked for this, so.
No, but I'm still not going to get over how strange it is when, again, my predominant source of revenue comes from ale and mead. Just because you're different don't mean that it ain't going to be strange to someone whose predominant source of income comes from a different drink.
You have a very narrow-minded
I
sense.
tap,
I
Cheshire
accept the
taps you on the shoulder.
You're not there. You never said you were
Yes,
there.
He has nothing else to be doing, so I'm
So
saying
why
he
is
just
he
went
following
with
the
you.
guy he doesn't know instead of I don't know?
Because I
How is
imagine
he
Karg's
supposed
the
to
same
get it?
place. Because I imagine Karg is the same place.
Karg would eventually have gone to look for you to make sure that you were okay. See if you were staying
Yeah.
with the group. Because you just kind of left and he's like, what's the place I saw? So yeah, Karg's just kind of sitting there just like waving. Mind if we join you?
Elisha, this is what happens when we leave the guys alone.
Apparently.
Yes, but you guys aren't here. Shush. Karg motions the table. Can we sit with you?
I'm at the counter, but all right.
Oh, counter. Yeah, but counter. He motions the counter to ask if he can sit with you.
Sure.
He sits next to you.
And he's going to get absolutely nothing as I lap my milk.
you're drinking your milk. He waits. He just kind of stares forward.
Sullen, brooding expression as he kitty laughs.
Cheshire just has his head on the table. Over the bar.
Yeah.
Like,
Give him the Tabasco sauce, quick!
you just hear him just go.
Karg kind of like leans forward slightly. You all right?
just annoyed.
Matt?
Please tell me he gives him a deadpan expression.
You can be annoyed at a lot of things, Cheshire. What are you annoyed at?
He's just silent.
Everything. Got it.
Oh god.
Am I in between you two?
No.
I'm not in between you two, am I?
No, it's Cargan then Cheshire.
Good, because if I was in between you two, Snow would have gotten up and been like, no.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to the other side so you can have your conversation.
I do not wish to be sandwiched here. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Hey, money wise, all
2
of us
platinum
got
and 30 gold.
all of us got 10 gold.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking one of the platinum pieces though because I have no strength and I need to conserve all my space.
That's fair.
Okay, who's getting the platinum pieces, by the way? Just for...
I get one.
Okay.
I don't need platinum pieces. As long as it's gold, I'm good.
Okay. Carg will take
What
the
is
other one
it?
then, just to
Yeah.
let everyone else get their fair share. So, Snow, after this hag...
Oh, is this card talking to me?
He's talking to you, yes.
Yes.
You sticking with us, or are you going your own way? We're heading towards, more towards the capital, but we've got a few stops along the way we're planning on making. If you're heading that way yourself, it might be useful to travel with some people. Give yourself some allies at the very least who know their way around a fight.
You know, I spent 3 years in the military. And my life was never in as much danger as it has been these last 48 hours.
You get used to it, and trust me, walking between places, we tend to be a lot safer. This place is just... seems to be teeming with... I don't know. Something's off here.
Or someone. I muttered that under my breath.
He kind of just nods slightly at that. Yeah, it's possible. That's why I want to find out more about this, but unfortunately...
You said you had a contact who was looking into this memory thing, correct?
Looking into it, yeah, because they had it happen to them. They were apparently some kind of person working out of Emerald Towers. There might be a few places before there where we can actually ask magic users and things of that nature. If any of them know anything, not dropping any names or anything like that. Don't need to cause problems for them since they were apparently being hunted for something. But
If we're going to investigate this further, well, probably want to be careful with who we ask.
obviously,
Don't want to set off the wrong bells.
obviously, we don't need to bring an entire nation down on a few people just looking for answers. I, for one, I can definitely agree with that. From a
good.
small enough place as it is, I don't need my people thinking that I'm trying to get my fiancée to start a war of all things. And again, she might think that it's a challenge. No, she wouldn't. She's smarter than that. I give her too little credit sometimes. Sorry, I worry.
Your lover's spats are your own.
Thank you. And I try and keep them that way. But if you are coming with us, we're obviously going to be trying to keep a low profile, fly under the radar as best we can, but we are going to need to be in some danger. He kind of pats his coin purse. I've got a little bit of gold on us here, which is a start, but I've noticed the way Elisha tends to perk up whenever we discuss money and monetary needs. She She's one of those high-classed folk, the wizardly sort. They apparently drain gold as though it were meant to be thrown about, but apparently helps them get more to work with. I don't know. I don't know how magic works.
Cheshire on his breath. Whenever he says drains gold, like whenever he pauses, he just says,
Yeah, like that.
Like what?
Piss.
Piss.
Oh,
Yeah, I suppose that's an apt.
a quick eye roll.
Yeah. It's not without its correctness in a sense, but if it makes her stronger, we can work with it. If it makes it so that we can progress easier, I can work with it, but you said you were a soldier, right?
I was. Yes.
Were you a commander or just another soldier, another foot soldier?
Scout for a special regiment
Scout.
from
Gotcha.
Revoke.
Alright. Well, if you're looking for someone to
Or
throw
Revoke.
orders at you, just be aware that we're working as a team. Not having a leader to spur us on. We're just, each of us throws in opinions, and we will appreciate having yours. He holds that hand to you.
I suppose for the time our interests align, I need to know exactly how comprehensive this memory manipulation was. So, until then, I suppose I'll stick around. And he'll take the hand and shake it quickly.
Yep. Give you a handshake. After the handshake breaks, Card kind of give me something light. He kind of like pauses, looks at Snow, looks back at him. Milk will be fine. And the bartender just kind of goes, "Oh, is this gonna be a trend?" As he pours him a milk and he just downs it real quick. Let's go before the girls blow all their money buying clothes for.
"Wow, sexist! Wow."
He's
too
already
late.
said something really mean, like
Considering
so
you
time.
asked about that kind of stuff, so...
And the last time
And
you went,
he's your
and you bought stuff.
fiance, and...
He wants you to be, able to be frugal with your money, but at the same time, he doesn't want you spending all of it. Which, to be
He's
fair,
also
you are very
not
smart.
He's not seen her spend maybe more than 10 gold at any given time.
Has he seen you with 10 gold at any given time?
I'm carrying almost 100 right now!
He doesn't remember that. he doesn't remember you having more than 10 gold, so he's just like, 10 gold? She's been given 10 gold? That's a lot of money for her to have.
He's already just said that he gives her too little credit by saying that she would just randomly incite a war, which
Yeah.
he knows that she would not do.
Yes.
Now he's just saying that she's bad with money. This is twice now that he said this, by the way.
Yeah.
Mark, you're being a dick!
Yeah, he's got learning to
He
do.
hears as a vague voice in the wind.
He hears his voice in the wind and is like, I gotta stop eating those tamales.
You go start hallucinating soon so he can get pimp smacked.
So Card heads out to find you.
A sprite appears behind you. Did I just smack by Tinkerbell? Yes!
So just for reference, are you guys gonna head straight to the outskirts to look for the hag's place, or
Oh,
guys
I
gonna
hear
do
I was
anything
wanting to talk to Elisha.
yeah, no, I obviously wanted you guys to do that first, but I'm asking just for the next step.
After
That's
we
what
meet up,
Cheshire
Okay,
plans on
probably,
doing.
yeah.
Hold on, Cheshire, what?
That's what Cheshire plans on doing, at least.
Yep.
If nobody else does.
Yep, double checking. So, Ellie and Elisha, go right ahead.
She asked her if she wanted to explore the town. But Matt was searching video.
It would behoove us to know what's here.
So you're just
How are you
gonna
feeling?
wander?
How are you feeling after the fight last night?
I feel like I was bit in the shoulder by a creature. While humanoid in shape, much larger than most things that I have seen.
Do you
Which
want me
is
to see if
accurate.
it left a scar?
Oh, it more than likely did.
Here, come on.
Out of character. Guru, do I know it left a scar? Do I have a
mean,
nice
you're-
gnarly hag bite
You're
scar?
you're
It's
about to
teeth.
find out.
Its teeth are referred to as being like iron. Yeah, it probably scarred. At the very least, it left an
Nice.
impression that'll be like, you look at it later and you're like, I remember when I got this scar. Do I know
So
how I got
yeah,
these
there's.
scars?
Is it? I'm assuming it's either scabbed over or scarring.
It's probably wrapped up a little bit. It was given a bit of tending to and healing, but it is
I mean, you
definitely
can
going to
lift the
scar.
Ooh.
Yes,
Yeah,
the exact noise you want to hear.
that's gonna scar. On the bright side, you can say you survived getting bitten by a hag.
True. Few people can say that.
You wizards, 'cause from what I can tell, you people aren't exactly, adorable.
Stereotyping. Gosh.
She's watched Elisha go down 4 times now.
Being wizardist. Gosh.
Wizard?
No, that's Karg.
No, Kar's the actual racist.
That's only towards dwarves, and he hates magic users, but that's beside the point.
He hates what? That you cut out the very
Magic users, but that's
Oh.
beside the point. He likes Elisha.
He likes Elisha because she's blunt.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm curious, and feel free to smack me. She's gonna lightly poke it. Does that hurt?
Does it hurt?
It stings.
I might have to read.
She squints a little and says,
A bit.
I might have to redisinfect. She'll put the bandage down. Maybe a little extra coverage, just in case someone, forgets she got bit and pat you on the back. From her expression, you know she's talking mainly about herself.
"What?"
She's saying that she is afraid she'll forget and pat you on the back.
And
Oh.
accidentally hit it.
And she's saying, can I pat it up just a bit, just in case?
She wants to. She wants it basically add a little extra padding just in case she forgets, so you don't just go.
It couldn't hurt.
Do I? I assume I just have bandages on my person, considering what we talked about. No,
I'd say that's likely. You might want to, just restock on them for later. But you can throw some more bandages on there.
I'll move to a more secluded area because I know that fucking people are fucking picky about when you gotta lift the shirt.
Back in my tribe, we could just do this wherever we wanted.
I mean, to be fair, they live in the fucking forest, so going behind a tree is not hard.
So
She'll re-bandage it. Can I rant a little bit?
I've never stopped you before.
I asked permission because not everyone wants to deal with other people's issues.
I have more than discovered a well of patience at this point in my age.
Y'all don't know exactly how old you are.
No, you don't.
And she smiles at that.
I don't think our healer likes me.
You don't think your fiancé likes you? Why?
Consistently treating me like a kid, like I don't know somewhat what I'm doing, and I know sometimes I'm a little bit, slow on the uptake, but still. It's not like I'm 6, or that I'm horribly stupid.
How long have you two been together?
How long has it been, Dawn?
By this point, around a month at least. Probably closer to a month and a half.
Maybe a month and a half or so? But he's had more than enough evidence to know that I'm not gonna just do something exceedingly dangerous. Well, excuse me. Without fair reason.
You are in the very early stages of your relationship. You are currently both getting a read for each other, gauging each other's personality, finding out your strengths and weaknesses, what you can and cannot do. Karg is more than likely being overprotective because he does not want anything to happen to you. Not to say that you cannot take care of yourself, but it is more than likely years of ingrained behavior that will take quite some time to work through.
I guess. Just not used to this level of protectiveness, if that's even what this is.
Well, you're used to, if I may be so bold, being thrown to the wolves and being expected to bring some home for dinner.
Not wolves.
I know, more than likely bears or boars. The
Oh,
analogy
there's
still stands.
one that wandered around the camp named Bubba. You would like him, actually. He'd let you study him and just want tummy rubs.
I would not be adverse to this.
Elisha's ears immediately perking up like, what?
Elisha's just like, I have an interest, but subtle.
If we ever happen upon my tribe, then
Well
I
masked.
will show you Bubba. Think you are patched up enough, though. So, and she will hand her back her shirt.
Appreciated.
Now to test it, and she's not pressing down hard, obviously, but she's pressing enough that like basically idle touch.
Mm-hmm. It's better. Doesn't sting as much. It's like one of those
Thank
like you feel like it's like pinch. That's it.
Better?
Much.
Good. Let's see if we can find the boys.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard. We just have to find 3 of the most obvious people in town.
Surprisingly enough, you're not wrong.
2 people and a cat. Thank you very much.
Oh, this is gonna be a
You're a
running
person.
game.
You are a person. You can. You
Not
count
in
as
his
a,
eyes.
You count as a humanoid for the target.
You're either a person or a pet.
That is
Pick
meta
one.
knowledge and does not matter.
You're either a person or a pet. Pick one.
Excuse me?
You just
to be
assume
fair-
my place in
What
society.
are you? A person or a devil? As a
To be fair,
I'm a person. It's that easy.
there you go.
and I'm a
Said-
cat. There you go. Question answered.
So you're a pet.
Hold on. To be fair, cats do think of themselves as higher than being pets. We all know this. They have
Yeah,
that
but
more powerful than
These
you
things-
personality.
Who's the
That makes
owner
sense.
here?
But moving on. So you guys reconvene and gather yourselves
Ellie
together.
hugs Elisha's thanks.
You gave a
I-
hug.
Pat her on the shoulder as she lightly crushes me.
She has
As one
learned
does.
to not crush you.
You learn not to crush by like normal people's standards. Luscious fragile.
No, I'm saying she's learned not to crush you specifically, because I'm sure she hugs you a lot.
That's fair.
Lush is mildly squishy.
She's very
In
squishy.
the happy way. The yay, help me.
Eventually, she will be able to be shot put.
Elisha is not adverse to this. That being said,
Elisha would welcome being thrown as an attack.
it's a new experience. I'll have to make studies of this later.
Right after my arm heals.
You guys make your way towards the lakeside. Kind of off in the distance, you can see the remnants of your fight from the night before. The 2 giants, side by side, their bodies still just laying out in the field near the lakeside. One of them half submerged in the water due to the fact that he kept slipping and falling into it.
I'm not regretting a damn thing on that.
Oh no, that was good.
evil.
You move past them, keeping your eyes forward, keeping your wits about you. You move yourselves towards where the hag's body had been. It appears to be overtaken with vines and a wild life to it.
What in the?
And at the center of it appears to be some kind of gray and green looking ball.
Um.
I'll grab it.
I smack his hand away before he can touch it.
I'll just grab it. It's fine.
No, I
Wait, hang
visibly
on.
try
Let her
and stop
detect
him.
magic. And see what's on it first, Cheshire, please.
I was gonna identify it.
Which you
Either way.
Um,
Use identify touch.
no, I will ritually cast identify.
You might not want a ritual
Wait,
cast with Cheshire's
one
patience.
second.
That's true. I'll regular
Range.
cast.
Touch. It is a touch spell.
That's
Am
what
I touching myself or am I touching the
Touch
thing?
you have to
the
touch the
That would-
object to
You
identify.
have to
So
touch
yeah,
the
that's,
object.
You
That's
choose
why
one
I
object
will
that you
detect
must
magic.
touch.
yeah, that's why
throughout
I'm
the
saying
casting of the
detect
spell.
magic.
I will regular detect magic then.
Okay, so you quickly cast it to get a grip on it. Whatever this thing is, it is free-flowing with a variety of different magics. All of them seem to like pulse and
Let me
run
touch
through
it because I can take a good hit. Then
I'll hack away the vines just in
Sure.
case they attack. All right,
uh,
and I'll cut away the thicket with the moon grade axe. Because I can only imagine these are magical vines, and my great sword would probably break.
orb.
Okay, so you grab it and pull it out.
Yep.
Make a strength check.
All right. Is it athletics or strength?
Athletics, if you wish. 20.
Wow.
So
I'm strong now. You gotta remember. Like, I got a bump.
so you're getting ready to start hacking.
Oh
You see
right,
him.
the gloves.
Yep. You see him with like the gloves seem to tense around as you just see him just a lot easier than you were expecting him to be able to do that because he's lithe, he's sturdy, he's built well, but now he's got a little bit of oomph as you see him just pull the thing out with a few tendrils kind of falling off, but other than that, it's shaped similar to a heart, but it's got the green and gray instead of red.
What's like the feeling of it?
It's through the gloves. It feels. It's like having a handful of like plant life, but
Oh.
firmer.
And no saving throw needed?
Saving throw needed.
All right, cool. All right, that's fine. I'll just be holding it. You cast it. Just in case I need to chuck it for any given reason.
Okay. So Lasha, are you ritual casting identify?
I will.
Spending 10 minutes putting your hand on it to ritual cast it. You go through and you find that this is not an item so much as it is essentially a component piece, as you have a hag's heart.
Oh my gosh.
Neat.
Do I know what I can do with this?
Not off the top of your head, but you can roll an Arcana check if you want to know what you know off the top of your head.
Dude,
Dude, meta.
Be interesting. Give me a minute. I'm not on my computer right now.
No worries.
Wait, I have a question that's really stupid, but I just thought of. Do I notice Snow is tense as fuck right now? Because I'm sure he's still not happy after leaving that town.
Do you still
Oh,
look
I'm not-
tense as heck, or are you just kind of
No.
chill at this point?
No.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah, he's chill.
I mean, I'm a little stiff anyway. Just kind of always, because I'm like,
Always on alert.
yeah, always alert. And
Ready to spring into action.
Yeah. He's got those
And-
cat ears flickering.
slightly judgmental of everything and everyone. So,
So his usual expression.
yeah.
Why you look so judgy? Why?
Are you actually asking me that?
She
Like, are you asking
probably will
Snow
during
that?
the ritual cast. or rather, excuse me, to put it in Ellie's layman's terms, why do you look like you have a stick shoved up your ass and it's not comfy?
When is it comfy?
Aware of one's surroundings
Do
is always
you really want the answer to that?
No.
I'm sorry, repeat yourself.
Well, for one, being aware of one's surroundings is always important. Two, you never know who you can trust.
Oh, no. I don't mean the battle ready. I mean you look judgy.
Ellie, you can't just ask someone why they look judgy.
Can't just ask why they're judgy.
If he
Yes.
doesn't want to answer, then he doesn't have to answer.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm not actually judging you right now.
Okay. See? It was that simple.
You see Car just like slowly just exhale, just
At least I'm not the one who's a fucking racist.
Elisha like raises her eyebrows at that, but like keeps casting.
listen.
I imagine she
We
like
have
raises her
discussed
eyebrows and
this.
she's got like a smirk on her face, like. Ooh.
Listen, we've discussed this. I'm not racist. Dwarves are just assholes.
That's exactly what a racist says.
No, it's not. A racist would say that all dwarves should die and things like that. I'm just saying they're all assholes.
Karg,
Just shaking my head over here, casting the spell.
Karg, you're racist. Just accept.
I'm not
Fine,
racist.
then. If you don't like a race just because if you don't like a person just because they're a dwarf, you're racist.
I could learn to like a dwarf.
So for the moment, you're racist.
Exactly.
I have.
From the sounds of it, from what I can hear, it sounds like all of his experiences with dwarves have been negative ones. So that's what he's been.
Yes.
So maybe they were all the experiences are negative because he sees them in such a negative light. He thought he made all the situations negative for himself.
No, I didn't.
And you know that
Because he
or you
disliked
don't?
dwarves.
What are the experiences that I know that he's had with dwarves?
You know that there was a dwarf in the caravan.
Yeah, no, I know that one was nice.
Yes, and he did not interact with them very often. Like maybe once or
Okay, so
twice.
Park, already that's wrong. Just because the dwarf that was in the caravan was as nice as he could be,
Yeah, I didn't
And
say
you-
he was a bad person, did I?
then you haven't had all bad experiences.
Yes, but all of the other ones I have.
What the hell experiences have you had with a dwarf that have been that negative?
He pauses for a second, just kind of looks at you, just like, just forget about it.
You and I are having a long talk after this.
Maybe. Lasha, let's go to that. With an 18 of the Arcana check, you are just imagine, just like, yes, tell me. You are aware that this type of item, on its own, just one of them is still pretty useful, depending on who you give it to work with. The usage in certain armors, certain just regular clothing pieces, as well as even a few just outright magical items, it has a wide possibility range that you're not even sure where it would even begin with what it could do. It has so much potential, but you don't know what it can do. You didn't roll high enough to get more information than that, but you are aware that at least it can be made to magical items, magical armors. Those are two of the things that you know for sure.
Where would I find this information?
You
More
can find
information
More
about what you
information,
do.
probably in some of the libraries that you actually know that that are some of the libraries coming up. So,
Yeah, because we're heading to a fucking tower full of wizards.
yep, you're not
Yes,
heading
it's not.
directly to Emerald Towers, which, as I mentioned before,
No,
is
we're
the-
heading to like I think it was like Skyward Tower or something like
yeah,
that.
Skyward Tower.
All right, so Cheshire is gonna hand the heart to
Elisha.
Elisha, and he'll start walking into the.
I try to preserve this as well as I can so it can be used.
Do I
at some
have
point.
anything that could be like a container to it? Would I have like a fucking container that I put meat in essentially?
You could put it into like a jar or something like that, if you wish.
I'll give a jar to her.
Okay.
Here you go.
Thank
Alright.
you.
It's kind of like a firefly.
except it doesn't glow and it's somewhat disgusting.
Oh wait, is it glowing or is it just? I thought it was
has
just
a
like an orb of
faint-
glowing energy.
It has a faint veins.
Oh, really? It does?
Yes,
oh, okay.
the veins of it very faintly have a glow to them. It is not like a pulsating glow. It is just a faint glow.
Then
I
I take that
misunderstood-
back.
I misunderstood the description because I didn't know it was shaped like an actual heart. I thought
Yes.
you were literally just holding like a glowing orb.
No,
Never mind. In which
no,
case,
it is
she'll
shaped
just
like
kind
an
of look at
actual
it.
heart.
Never mind. She'll just kind of look at it and go, "Ew," and poke at the jar. I don't want to shake it in case it explodes.
Alright, so you guys are heading in towards the forest after you have jarred your hag's heart.
Heart in a jar.
Yep.
Sounds like a weapon in some silly ass game.
Sounds like Heart of the Cards to me.
Oh God, no! Following after Cheshire.
I'm just replying to a thing real quick.
I'll have the machete out, just cutting away things that get in the.
My dog is snoring.
Sorry, I just happened to quickly reply to something about our
A
last session.
ding.
But that being said, you carve through the branches, which with machete and with the great sword, great axe, if you're using that.
Yeah.
You're just cleaving through the branches, just clearing out a path, making your way in. You are at the front, so Cheshire, make a survival check
Can I offer my assistance since she
with
followed
advantage.
right behind him?
With advantage.
Let's do this.
Butters.
Huh?
Survival
Make a
check
survival
with
check.
advantage.
Oh, okay.
You're fine. I'm pretty sure you. No, you might not have heard me.
Butters went to the void for a quick second.
No worries, it happens. Sometimes this Discord doesn't like me.
And I didn't know anyone said anything to me.
Yep, no worries. I just said survival with advantage, so 20.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hot
that's
diggity.
good. Yeah. So carving through the area with some help from Ellie behind you. You don't really, see the point of it, but between the two of you, as you're going through, you begin to notice parts of like trees and such where it's clear that something snapped them off or moved them in such a way that is unnatural. And as you begin continuing to kind of pinball between them, you begin to notice a bit of a pattern as you're moving deeper into this thicket, crushing out as much of the trees that are, well, not trees, the branches in your way to keep it from being as difficult a path as it could be. It's still difficult terrain, just so you're aware. But as you're moving into this area, you eventually come to an area that is showing an open area ahead of you. And as you cut a few more branches down and begin moving towards the open space, you can see what appears to be several trees that have been shoved towards each other, twisted, and turned into this singular, almost like a twist of all the trees just all together around an area that looks to have a door that was just kind of shoved in against part of them, and a window that is between where two of the trees' bases were also shoved against each other.
So,
Yeah.
I'm not too smart, but that looks like a home to me.
Yep, sure. Let's go in. Cheshire just opens the door.
Wait.
And Lasha smacks his hand away from the doorknob and says,
I beg of you, just a little more caution. Hags are not something to be trifled with.
I mean, she's
And
dead.
even when a hag is dead, that does not mean her magic that which she has cast upon her home dies with her. If she put any kind of magical defenses on here, it might be even more than you can handle.
Y'all are a little too cautious, but alright.
I just don't want to get sent to a different place again.
Kirk kind of looks at you again.
There was something that I fought before I met you that had a really mean spell naturally.
Kirk looks very confused and like, wait, what?
While she's mentioning that,
Yeah.
I look at Elisha and say, so, do you have any way to detect magic and determine if there's any traps?
I can do that again, yeah. I can just... I don't want to be burning all my spell slots. I'm going to ritually cast Detect Magic again.
Okay. So you begin the ritual casting of it. Does Cheshire wait the 10 minutes, or does he try and open
He's
the door?
not an unpatient person.
I
People
know.
act like he
I know.
is.
Ellie, are you going to wait the 10 minutes?
That's why she was screaming, wait! She figured, oh shit, it's booby trap, hang on!
Okay. So I'm just checking with everyone. You...
You fuckers act like Cheshire doesn't wait.
I didn't act like
Honestly, you want to know what it is? Because I should know that Chester's a patient person. It's your tendency to go off in the first place after too long that has me paranoid.
that. And you did just kind of walk
And
up
it's
and be like,
leaking.
"La-da-da-da-da."
Yeah, because he doesn't take caution, but he's not unpatient. There's a difference.
That being said, as you finish the detect magic, looking at the door, it's booby trapped. There's some kind of magical spell put to it, which, to be fair, it's a transmutation magic, from what you can tell.
Transmutation, like transformation.
Actually, let me double check. Let me check. 1 second. Yeah.
Open the door,
Actually,
you
hold
turn
on.
into a frog, motherfucker!
Might be abjuration. Let me just double check this spell real quick. Yeah, it is abjuration. My apologies. Where it looks like faint strands of transmutation magic are part of it, and essentially have sealed the door to the frame.
What do you see?
Essentially, you can see that while this door looks like you could just open it, you could push, pull in it. This door is part of the tree.
So knowing that this door is essentially a wall, there's no way to open this unless it's either A, dispelled magically, or you rip open the wall. Right? Out
If
of
you say this out loud,
Out of character.
Thought process first.
I'll
I-
tap Elisha and ask what she sees.
I don't say that specifically. I will turn to Cheshire and say,
There is magic on the door. It will prevent most anyone from being able to open it. It is essentially part of this structure's walls.
and I will turn to Ellie and say,
Would you like a crack at it?
So
She
it's
pulls
just
out her
locked.
great axe.
Magically, it's just locked then.
Oh no, it prevents anyone from being able to open this door, despite how apparently it should be able to be opened.
I'm gonna swing at him.
Okay.
Here's Ellie.
God damn it! That's
Even
perfect, though.
Even I'm not proud of that one.
Right. Let me actually pull up something here because I need to check the door's AC.
Oh god!
People understand, like, people are like, oh, it's a door, it's not hard to hit. Depending on what it's made of, a lot of like things like that have high ACs.
Especially
no,
with
no,
the...
no, no, no.
I'm
Yeah.
not laughing because it's like how hard
No,
can a
I'm
door's
talking about
AC
most
be?
of the time. I'm talking about most of the time how people react to it, which I'm like, I think stone doors, if I remember correctly, have an AC of like 15.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
They
Well,
have
and the
pretty
way they
nice-
treat it, and the way they treat it is, if you don't hit it, then it just doesn't do any damage. Which is like trying to use a baseball bat on a stone door. You're not going to get very far unless you hit really hard.
I just had a mental
Exactly.
image of someone doing that.
Where's the door's AC? I hate
It
doors.
depends what's it made out of.
It's made
That's
of
what it
wood.
depends on. Oh, 10.
Yeah, but it's also magic, though.
A 21 does hit.
Its normal AC would be 10. Yeah. I think it's Wood is 10, stone is 15, anything higher is higher.
Paris, you forgot something.
Yes.
No,
Oh,
never mind.
ignore
No,
that.
nope. It is doubled. That's what it is. So that is 14 and 4. So that
18.
is a total of no, not 18.
No. It's just 14.
Nope.
She's
Are
not
you raging? Oh, you're not raging.
I'm not
Yes.
raging. No,
Yes.
I'm not
Okay.
raging.
14 points into it. Still standing, but you chunked it.
Once again.
That misses. You slam it
fuck.
into basically the same
Ooh.
spot, and it kind of scrapes across it for a second as you're like, what the, what?
You could reckless, it's a fucking door.
Oh wait, duh, yeah. I forget
You
that I can do that
It attacks
outside of
you back.
rage.
That'll do
That's-
it.
It's 14. Oh, it's 16, so
32.
that's 32.
Oh my gosh.
So that is currently 30 points of damage you've done to it. It's splintering. It's definitely looking like it's taking a beating. Still
Ah,
up.
for the love of God.
Yep, that hits.
Hardy ass fucking door.
Can I roll perception to see another entrance somewhere, maybe? Like evidence of another entrance?
You do see that there are a few windows as well.
Okay.
Which, as you're looking around, you're like, I see a few you just hear her go, door bucket, doosh, just bust through the door.
Bingo!
Now may I step in? He's just looking deadpan at Elisha.
Do I detect any magic beyond
I
the
was
door?
about to say I'm like the tech badge to
Not,
still be
I mean,
up.
not currently within the 30-foot radius that you have. Which I imagine you stepped back to let her swing freely.
Yeah, I'll step forward a little bit so I'm on the doorway. Anything else?
Within the 30 feet? Not yet.
She moves aside. Welcome to the humble abode of the hag.
Cautiously,
fine.
go ahead.
He just walked.
I don't like the sound of that, but alright.
Let's see if she had any hidden children.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Wait,
No.
that's not why we're here? I thought we were here to see if...
I
Alright.
just wanted to see what she had here.
I assumed she had people kidnapped.
Hopefully
said
not.
last
Did
night.
they do that? Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
they-
I thought.
They do that.
That's kind of what she tried doing with Pine.
Yeah, but I didn't know if that was an all the time thing or a one time thing.
Hopefully not an all the time thing. Card kind of like he's like looks like he's about to go to the door, kind of looks to Elisha, and Snow's just like, after you, I'm the big one.
Ellie walked in after Cheshire.
He's like, yeah, no, I'm big. I know.
I'll
You're
walk in
not
after Ellie.
big.
I am.
I'll walk in after Outlaw.
You're not as big as the hag.
He's like, she was tall.
He was pretty fat.
Yep.
This is just gonna be a running joke that Cheshire keeps calling him fat.
Karg pushes in after you guys, and the area is only lit by the lights of from around, which it appears that the hag only had like the two windows, and otherwise the area is pretty dark. It got enough ambient light that you can see without too much difficulty, but there are areas that are more in deep shadow than others, especially when you get closer. You can see the faint outlines of what appears to be stairway going down.
I chuckle slightly at that dim light because of perceptive.
Of course. So for you, even that darkened area, you can see through that fine. You're fine.
What about, does dark vision not help me with that?
Your dark vision helps you for 60 feet. Outside of that is dim light. So
How
the
big is
darkened,
the inside? Is the inside?
like across, just walking, into the area, it's a good 150 feet from door to the back end. Like you
said
could
there
run
was-
tag it and come back pretty quick because you're mom.
Yeah, no. I was more like
Yeah.
a Shrek house than.
It is.
Shrek.
It is kind of
Oh,
like a
dear.
Shrek house, but even
It's
that
just
is still
bigger.
big.
So you said there was a place that led downstairs?
There's a stairway down, and there's a scattering of other items in the first area, which you see looking off to the left. You can see near one of the windows, kind of what appears to be a kitchen area. There's a stove. There's a counter. There's a cleaver that is embedded partway into the counter.
Oh Jesus!
There is
what the
a
hell?
few chairs. Like they appear to be built for larger entities to sit down at.
I mean, I would hope
And-
so.
And there's also on the table cloth that has been kind of draped next to large plates,
Does
which
it look clean?
clean.
Does it look clean?
Ish. It's clean in a chaotic sense. Like certain areas are clean, and there's other areas that look like it's been hit by a disaster zone. Like the kitchen area.
I mean, no, I mean like the
immaculate.
actual cloth.
Oh, the cloth. I mean, just looking at it, it looks. I mean, it looks like it's made of like maybe a. Gray material. It doesn't look super dirty. I mean, if you want, you can pick it up and try and see if it's.
Oh no, I'm
clean.
heading downstairs.
Okay.
If anyone wants to come down here with me, I mean, I know we're splitting, but it would be better
Everybody
to.
walking down.
Okay.
Elisha, take your specialized down.
I figured she was gonna explore the upper
Is it
one.
your axe as well?
Huh?
Your moon touch great axe.
She wants my axe?
No, she's saying to use it so you can see.
I can't
That's-
see.
Not how it works. It has to be touching moonlight.
Does it?
Yeah, it glows under the moonlight.
Ah.
I
That's a
I can
problem.
see though.
All right.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, she's got the built.
Out of character, I didn't know if the axe would help with the dim light situation.
No.
Yeah,
It has
no.
to be moonlight.
The only reason that I really have it isn't for a light source is because it's technically a magical weapon.
Mhm.
It's basically just
So-
overcoming magical resistance, which, while the door had some magic to it, it didn't have magic resistance.
Hey,
Or
just in
siege
case, I
resistance.
want to break a 50 gold worth sword, so.
Mhm.
Mm.
So, Guru. So
Yes.
there's a kitchen area, and then there's the stair area. Are there any other like rooms or?
There is a, again, when I said a disaster area, there is an area that looks somewhat like like kind of like a study play area, like a living room, basically,
Okay.
where there's a bookshelf that, just looking at it, it looks like all the angles are wrong.
Don't do that.
Like
No.
some of the boards, like there's like going straight across. They're slightly up or down. It's twisted back and forth. It is really just is awkward to look at. There's a few books on there, and there's a few that are like on the floor. There's like what appears to be like a
Oh, you know it.
carved horse, like a rocking horse.
Getting all these
Like
books.
a tiny one, like a one for a child.
Like for a kid?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is a leather strap that's strapped onto a rocking chair that just kind of dangles freely, and it's, again, for a large creature. And as well as,
Everything is large sized.
yes, everything is large sized except for the books. They're average sized.
I mean, I don't think that people make large editions of books unless
Giants
they're
do.
literal giants. No, that's what I said, unless they're literal giants.
Um, and there's a few there's like a few pieces of it that look like there's like a few broken bits, and like on one of the walls you see a few fleckles of appears to be either spittle, blood, or some other liquid that was against the wall.
I'll point
Sorry,
this
I'm
out.
trying to write everything down.
I think
Right.
I found some blood over here. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's-
Okay.
And
I
I'll
mean,
investigate the bookcase for now.
Cheshire already has a cookbook. Maybe you can find a child cookbook in here, you know?
Oh man.
What is it? Oh, God.
How to make food out of children, you know? The usual.
No!
How to serve people.
I love it.
Soylent Green, Soylent
Hannibal.
Green.
I was thinking the Hannibal Lecter Delight.
Written and directed by Hannibal Lecter.
So
What's that?
Did you just say
Upstairs?
directed for a book?
Yes.
Sorry, go on.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
I just want to double check. Bless you.
Thank
Double
you.
check what's down here. So it's like a play area with like a rocking horse sized for a child instead of like for a
Wait,
large.
wait. That's what's downstairs?
No, this is
There is-
upstairs.
Oh, okay.
This is upstairs.
This is
You
still
went up.
upstairs. This is before
Okay.
you head downstairs, because
Okay.
Snow had asked about the upstairs first, which is what I'm
Okay.
describing real quick. He said he was going to go look at the books. The books are actually written in a few different languages. Let me actually double check here to see. You can read the ones that are written in Draconic, not Draconic, Common, and one of them is in Draconic.
Okay.
And the one in Draconic, the title of it is called Identifying Dragons.
I would think that's pretty fucking obvious, but you know.
Well, Draconic's also used in the study of magic, so.
I mean, the identifying dragons.
Okay.
I was making a joke. Ignore me.
You're fine.
Okay.
It was
Sorry,
fine.
I missed. My bad.
I'll be right back real quick.
You're fine.
All right.
I would also like to examine these books.
You also see the ones written in Common, which the ones written in Common. Oh, actually, let me type this out real quick, as well as the languages. Identifying dragons. What's written in Common is. Well, R is improper English. Let's look at here. And there is one that is unmarked. Which also here is the three books are Through the Woods, The Wolf and the Lady, and How to Harvest More Better. I don't think you read that. So I'm just checking your languages real quick.
Oh, I'm taking all of them regardless of what I do and do not read.
Yep. What languages do you speak?
Gnomish, Primordial, Elvish, Common, and I think that might be it.
There's one written in
Let's-
Primordial.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
If she didn't go down yet, is there any written in Infernal or Half? Because technically,
Just
Uh,
looking them over quickly, none in Infernal or Halfling.
anyone she's not set. If you don't want to read any of them or any ones you're not reading, throw them my way so I can at least not be bored.
Very well.
Primordial it is called Wonder of Worlds.
I'm waiting to one day find a book in Infernal, and it's just gonna be the weirdest shit. Like,
If I mess around with the bookshelf a little bit, does anything happen?
Elashes Detect Magic does stand that is not magical, but when you mess with it, I'm guessing you're like pushing against it and such like that.
Yeah, you know, like I'm.
He's
like,
looking for the hidden doorway.
Yeah, hidden doorway. You know, pull a book a certain way and a secret layer is revealed, kind of thing.
Roll investigation check.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be great, guys. -1 to investigation.
I'll help him.
That's a 17, so that's 16.
There you go, bud.
Roll
Yeah,
again, see if
so-
you get a nat 20. I'll help you.
Yep.
Okay.
Josh, I was curious now.
Nope, I got a 2, so that would have been a 1.
So 16.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
take the one.
Nope, it's all good.
Pushing and pulling through them as you're kind of just like in here. Your hand pushes against part of it, and it slides back a little bit. You're like, yes, secret passage, and you're like, you turn it like, no, wait, nope, this shelf's just really weird, and it actually push against it again, and you realize that the back of one part of the shelf does go in slightly, and as you kind of fiddle with it and kind of pull it back slightly, you see two wrapped bits of paper hidden behind the bookcase.
I grab them.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What I miss?
Hello.
Snow found a secret bit of paper behind the bookshelf.
The wolf
Alright.
and the lady. What the fuck?
Hmm.
That's the kind of shit I do like. That nice smut, you know what I'm saying?
Wow. Bestiality. All right.
Oh my.
Lycanthropy ain't bestiality.
That's true.
That's actually a good question, is it?
No,
No.
technically half human.
Technically, wait. If they go
classified as
full
humanoid.
beast form, if they go full
Yes.
beast form,
Full beast
yes.
form, yes,
If
that's
they're
different.
hybrid, if they're hybrid
No.
form, maybe not. Technically, it's half bestiality. If they're just their human form, no. So
But
it's
they
the
have to
question is,
be a person or. So.
nah, that's a fusion dance.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, you have two papers that are bound with intrinsic design work on the seals.
The shit is that?
I'm gonna open them. Hold on.
Wait, see if it pings for magic first.
These are pinging for magic, by the way. As soon
Yeah,
as he
well-
pushed against it, it's like there was like all of a sudden just a ping of magic. And
Did
you're
they
like, wait,
all
what?
come downstairs?
No, this is upstairs.
This is upstairs.
Oh.
We haven't gone
We
downstairs
haven't got
yet.
down.
We haven't
yeah.
gotten to the good shit yet.
You haven't gone yet. So
Well,
we'll go.
no,
All right.
Chester
Let
responded.
Elisha-
That's why I was confused.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, he's
we
upstairs
stayed
still.
upstairs. We stayed upstairs. All of us are upstairs still.
Who
Because Elisha
told
didn't
me
go
to
down
stay
there.
upstairs?
We're upstairs because Elisha has not gone downstairs yet.
She's
and
not
I'm
come
only
down
going
to use her
downstairs.
special eyes.
Yeah.
I went
What kind of
downstairs
magic?
before her. Like,
Okay.
like
So you and Karg we'll get to you guys in a second.
Oh boy.
But the two papers, as I said, when he moved the part of the bookshelf, you were not pinging magic until he moved it. Somehow, this was hidden from your detect magic.
Must be thick enough, or maybe with some kind of lining.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah. Identify.
Guru, what kind of magic though?
Let me pull this out here so I can give you the correct type of magic. One of them pings with divination magic. And the other one should be... I apologize, I had this pulled up. Oh, too far.
excuse me.
Nice.
Necromancy.
Don't touch it.
Tasty. Touch it.
I'm gonna cast. There's so many things in here. I'm gonna
can
save
keep
them
them and
for later.
save 'em for later.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
saving them
was
for
gonna say.
later because I don't feel
So-
like dropping detect magic right now and then recasting it.
Excuse me. I'm the one. I'm holding them.
Okay, in which case, Snow, put in your inventory
You
that one is
can-
divination and one is necromancy.
Mhm.
Am I not allowed to open them and see what is what?
If you open them, and if it's a spell, it'll activate it, in which case after that it would no longer
Yeah.
be usable.
And Elisha will never ever trust you with magical stuff again.
No,
She
that's
might
fine.
actually kill
No,
you.
you're fine. He was just asking to verify.
yeah.
Yeah, I was under the impression that I could look at it and not activate, since there's usually verbal and somatic components involved.
There usually is, yes. With activating a spell scroll, opening it essentially puts on a timer. So you have to
Okay.
It's why there's the spell scroll check to see if you can actually cast it, because essentially you open up and it's like you have this long to say this before you can cast it.
Okay, sure.
Just a little flavor from the world. No worries.
Yeah, no, then I'll I'll give him over to Elash. If would have known this, then I'll just give it to Elash and be like, I'm not going to use magic. That's not my specialty.
Very well.
It's more up your alley. And I'm done. Whatever. So
Is there anything else in the room? Like after I make a quick sweep, maybe an investigation check.
Make an investigation check.
there's still the kitchen. It's not too late to find that how to people to
How to
I
cook
wouldn't
people.
I wouldn't say no to a little assistance.
I'll help her. Sure.
I'm not sure you want my assistance, so I help.
That's pretty good.
20's good. You're looking around the kitchen.
I'm looking around the whole place.
Okay. Looking around the entirety of the area,
Mm-hmm.
you don't ping any magic. As you're passing by the table, just kind of looking it over, you actually realize that the cloth on the table appears to be bibs for giants.
Hmm.
What?
Which, as you kind of like,
Perfect.
you kind of look it over, you see it just like you don't read giant, but from the look of it, it looks like there's a few specklings of appears to be maybe there's food bits, you know, as you would expect, but there's tiny bits of blood stained on it as well. Probably not the kindest of hags.
Yeah.
But as you continue to sweep through the rest of the room, apparently nothing's pinging your magic.
Okay.
Meanwhile, downstairs with
Downstairs.
Karg and Ellie,
Mm.
Karg's looking around, and as you both have descended down the stairs, you see that this area has definitely been created in such a way that it allows it to, you know, delve deeper under the house above, and the way
As
that
generally
it was,
happens. With
as it generally
basements.
happens, but the way it has been made is not like usual construction, which you're used to, like long hallways, things like that. Everything in here seems to twist. Like there's like a left turn and the floor like rises slightly and then goes down and switches the way it turns. The entire place is clearly designed to be difficult. Looking down the hallway, you do see that there's a door on the right and a door at the end of the hallway, as well as more around, seeming to go further down.
Well, that's fucking weird.
So there are more stairs going down?
Not stairs, just the floor itself is sloping downwards.
Hmm.
And then when it turns the corner, it's still going in that downward motion.
I'll keep walking.
Okay.
Hmm.
Also,
so,
Don, check your DMs.
so you're just going past the doors?
Oh, there. Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
Yeah.
I'll open the closest one.
Okay. You open the closest one. You have to push a little bit to actually get it open because it's angled in such a way that you have to actually.
Thank God you're not like my other fucking DM.
What?
There were several occasions where it's like I open the door, do you push or pull? And at least 3 different doors fucked us over because they were push instead of pull.
You can see which way the door goes, and negative intelligence modifier or not, you can tell which way you need to move the door. I'm not a dick. But you.
Oh no, it was fun because me and the sorcerer sat and watched the miniature of the Sid sort of stuck on
So
it.
in other words, you are DM to be a.
I
Is that
know,
what I'm
but
hearing?
I can be a dick. Would you prefer that?
No,
I
you're the
would
dungeon
prefer
master, not
not.
the deck master.
There we go.
What?
Fair enough.
I
That
can
is
be
a
both,
valid
but-
argument.
I
know
can
you
be both,
can be
but
both,
you know,
but you're not.
I like to be the dungeon master. That being said, looking into this first room, it levels out once it actually goes into the room, but the area, it's weird. Immediately, you just get like this uncomfortable, what the, because it has a giant bed and
Are there shackles on the wall?
No.
Oh my god.
It has like, you know those things that hang above a baby's crib?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's got a mobile.
Karis-
Mobile.
Mobile.
Yeah,
Thank you.
mobile. It's got a thing like a mobile with like very pretty.
Wait, so this is a giant bed.
Yes. This is not a bed for a baby. This is a giant bed. And there's a mobile above it.
Darn, I wish you could see my face.
Mm-hmm. And the items on the mobile range from the skeleton of a bird to a like a Raggedy Ann looking doll that looks like it's being hung.
Hi, Tinkerbell.
And
More like Annabelle.
you don't have any light in here, but there's something about the patterning that's just a little bit weird.
Off.
Yeah, just because the black and white, the very faint differentiating between the two colors you're looking at right now, there's just something that in your head just says something's off in this room. Dark vision
Karg, I'm
gives you
so
black and
sorry if
white.
there's something in here, and I will light a torch.
All right, use action. You're like, eh. As you look around, you realize part of what it is. First, the entire room has been painted yellows, pinks, a array of different bright colors. And in various areas, you can see that there are sprays of what appear to be blood across the walls. Looks to be at a height where someone had been standing and just had that basically just either got hit in such a way that it either left like a hit, but there's a few where it looks like it hit and smeared. That just hasn't been cleaned up. Karg's like looks in just like, I see it.
Okay, so you cannot say anyone that I admitted this.
Uh-huh.
If I hear humming, I'm leaving you.
He like looks at you like, wait, what? Why are you worried about the humming?
Because I see nothing but blood, baby items, but there's a giant bed. So if I suddenly hear humming, I'm gone.
I'm still not following, but okay. I'm trusting you on this.
Fucking hang down here.
I can tell. This is... He reaches into a pouch. He also pulls out a torch and lights it up.
I'm
Who is she?
just gonna close this room.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the next door. He moves
I
down.
will get over his shoulder.
Yep.
What am I saying? Around his arm.
Yeah. It like peeks nose. No, he's too tall for you. Like around, like under his arm. Like hello. He opens the next room, and it's another giant bed.
Is this just a bunch of babies?
Which again, this is for a large-sized creature. This is again not a baby. This is a large-sized creature.
No, it's the large-sized creature, but
Yeah.
like the rest of it is baby themed.
Which you see similar to upstairs. There's a medium-sized creature toys, like stuff that like a smaller child would play with.
Hmm.
Do I know potentially what kind of creature would have a large baby?
A large creature that would be.
I figured that the baby of a large creature would be a medium-sized creature still.
Yes.
Right. So
Yes.
there's medium-sized creature toys.
But all of the things that are in here state that whoever lived here is a large creature from the bed.
That's what I'm
On-
saying.
on
I'm
the
saying,
floor
do
of
I
this one?
know? Yeah.
On the floor of this room, by the way, you do see that there's a scattering of clothes as well.
For a large or medium creature.
From what you can see, large.
Do they look like adult clothes?
Yes. As far as you can tell. Like they're like wearing like overalls, shirts, things that would fit a large creature. Yeah.
I need you to stay with me when I say this because it might be slightly crazy, okay?
I'm doing my best. This is weird.
The ogre we fought was giant, right?
Yeah.
Or not giant, but large.
It was large. It was both. It was large and giant.
The other thing was large, right?
Yeah.
I think we found their rooms. I think they were her kids.
That's not how hags work.
No, it's not. But that's the only thing that I can think of right now that doesn't make me want to just turn tail.
Are there
Let's.
any other areas in this?
Yes, it is going further down.
I'm heading to the next door.
Would we be going downstairs at this point?
You'll be going downstairs in maybe like a minute or two, essentially, because you guys have been looking around and investigating the entire upstairs.
Sorry, I forgot. We're not actually. My bad.
You're fine. Yeah, you're upstairs at the moment.
Alright.
No worries.
Totally forgot.
Yeah,
I'll
Karg
check
just closes
The next
the
door
door.
down, you check the one after that.
If you're sure. All right.
I mean, it's only like there's only like 10 feet between those doors in there.
Closer to 30.
Oh, I can still run, so.
All right. Yeah, you're faster than me. I remember.
Don't worry. If you scream, I will come to rescue you.
I was more worried about it the other way around, but thank you. I appreciate
I know
that.
you'll come rescue me.
And I know you'll come rescue me. Just kind of smiles and pats it on the shoulder. Here we go.
Alright, tell me when you're ready. One,
He moves down, and it's still going down, by the way.
I suspected.
3,
2, 1.
Opens the doors.
Open the door.
You look into another room, and the smell hits you first. It smells of something. There's the body of a giant in here, and they look very dead.
My god.
Their head is twisted at an odd angle, and part of their head is caved in. Same sort of room, by the way.
What'd you find in yours? That giant?
You hear a. You see Karg like slowly look over at you. You kind of like looking between you, like
I'll walk over to see what the hell.
He moves inside. At this point, everyone else is beginning to come downstairs, but Karg's moving in, and you're peeking in. And this is similar to the other one, not the ogre, not the big ogre you fought, but the smaller looking one. More hair on their face, slightly off tone in their skin color.
Well, yeah, he's dead.
No, they're green.
What?
And this one is groaning in a very alive but wounded manner.
Medicine check? Heal something immediately?
He's doing a medicine check, which actually I need to roll that real quick. Yeah, he's moving in. He's like looking this person over. Medicine check. 8.
I'm doing one as well. Fuck it.
I'm surprised you're not giving an advantage, but sure, go ahead, roll medicine check, please. 12. 12. That is enough to stabilize this entity. As you run up and start, you basically like slapping things together, making sure that he's okay. He has.
Did you say orc?
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
He's a giant figure.
Okay.
He's a large entity, and he has green skins and tusks.
What? Wait. Do I know what he is?
Roll a nature check.
Nope.
He's big.
Oh shit.
What he is something new for you. Actually, I want to roll something real quick as well. Actually, I think I'm going to roll this one with advantage because Karg has been told stories about this.
What the fuck is this thing?
He doesn't remember them. Wow. He is too busy looking at he's like, look at this thing like, the fact. Oh, to be fair, what he's looking at is the fact that this figure, they're wounded. Clearly, they look like there's a scoring of bruises on their body. Their neck specifically has a clear set of bruises that seems to indicate someone grabbed him by the throat.
Don't worry, I got you.
Kind of looks down like shirks away slightly, like.
You're fine. Fine. Friendly. Helping. Actually, I'll speak to him in not Dwarvish, Orcish to see if he understands. I'm curious.
He speaks back in Orcish.
Fine. Helping. Don't worry, we got you.
Mama's gonna be mad.
Mama won't mind.
He looks down at you like, "You sure?
Be okay, big guy. All right.
Okay." He after that he seems to he just looks defeated. He just leans back, just lets you do what you're doing.
Arg,
Yeah.
please.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, he moves in and starts helping you out. I'm working. I'm drawing a blank here. I've heard of this before, but I just.
Is there any way that I can give him another check to help him?
Not at the moment, but meanwhile, everyone else, you guys come downstairs and you see the first door. Would you like to open it?
Does it look like it's slightly ajar?
Nope, they closed it.
There's a light also coming from someplace, right?
Down the hall.
Yeah, because the torch. She.
Yeah, just walk towards them then. Yeah.
Light first, yeah. The doors
Yeah.
Okay. And because your friends are,
not here.
so clearly they moved past this door.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. So you guys move towards the torchlight, which is emanating from one of the rooms. I don't remember you saying that you closed your door, so that's slightly ajar there, but there's one that has definitely both of the lights, which is just one light coming, flickering from the fourth door down.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you enter it, you see Ellie and Karg tending to a giant form. Green skin, large tusks, very messy, looks like it's been hacked at hair, and bruises all over their form.
Mm-hmm.
And they look like they've just no fight in them. They're just
Do I know what this is?
nature check
Hmm.
for any who wish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I was gonna ask if I would know one in prison, but
16.
Ooh.
8.
8.
I forgot I was rolling the damage.
Snow's the only one.
Snow, you've had discussions with various figures of the military who've discussed various giants and giant kin. One form of giant kin is it has a few different names, but the most standing name is Ogrillion, which essentially stands for half ogre. And from the look of him, looks like he's half ogre, half orc.
What the? That's no Grillion. What's one of them doing here?
My guess? Had kidnapping. So Cheshire was right. He also.
Well, from
Do
the
you
looks
speak
of it, he's
common?
half orc, so that's not surprising.
do you speak common?
A little.
What fucked you up?
Mama.
Is Mama a hag?
He kind of looks at you for a second, kind of looks slowly.
Oh,
looks down.
sorry. Big, ugly woman, long hair, long fingers, likes
Big and gray.
hard hugs.
He at that he just starts nodding very slowly. He looks like his head hurts when he nods. Oh, yes.
Well, I killed her with the help of these folks, so she ain't gonna hurt you again.
She's not here.
She's not coming back either.
So she can't hurt you.
You seem take a deep breath and just kind of almost flop back just against the wall. Just
Oh, no!
it's a light thump, just like a thump, and then you hear him just go.
Is there anyone else that is still alive down here?
I don't know. There would. Garn was to next door. I heard she hit him. She hit him a lot.
Hit who?
Garn.
There's
What do you look
another-
like?
He was.
Is there another door leading?
Ellie looks at the group and just shakes her head.
He points to the room that you had passed, the one that was slightly ajar.
What did Bjorn look like?
He was a full ogre. He was my uncle. That's what Mama told me to call them. They're my uncle. He has a nose that looks like he was punched. He was punched, and it broke his nose. And he had missing teeth on his right side.
That's exactly what the giant I found looked like, didn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
He was dumb and a bully,
Okay, maybe I'm less sorry.
but he was my uncle.
How long have you been laying here?
I don't know.
Ellie will stand up and help the O'Brillion. Is that how you said that?
Ogrillion.
She'll help him up. Come on, big guy.
He's very sorry. It takes him a little bit to get up, and Card helps as well. He's
She
like,
will let him lay most of his weight on her if she has to.
he doesn't. He's able to get to his own feet with the medicine check, but he's just tottering a little bit, just
Oh my-
lightheaded from standing up after so long.
What is your name?
My name is my ogre name or orc name.
Both.
Whichever you prefer.
I prefer to be called. I prefer to be called Vern.
Vern?
Fern it is.
My ogre name. My orc name is Vern. My ogre name is Grach.
I'm not sure I can pronounce that without being offensive, so I think I'll call you Vern for now.
Vern it is.
Alright, crack.
Wrong. I want to spit on my laptop for the most part.
No. Do you want me to put out your misery? Do you want to live? Like, what you want?
No! We're not gonna kill him.
I'm already dead, aren't I? Is this what heaven is supposed to be like? Painful
You are-
and
Is that calling me an angel?
Yes.
Oh, then I would like to live. Please.
Very well. That's fine.
Thank
Do you think you guys can explore the rest of downstairs? I'll take him upstairs.
Is there any
Certainly.
more downstairs?
There's more downstairs, yes.
Okay.
Well, alright. Do you know where Mama kept any of the magic stuff?
Downstairs. Kind of points a shaky hand when like the hand towards York was like kind of like just holding it with only a faint shake, pointing downstairs. Like he has like it's like it shakes slightly from strain. Then like you see his eyes kind of like you see him tense up like
Easy.
I don't want to go downstairs.
We're not going downstairs. We're going upstairs, alright?
Okay. Can I see the sun? It's
Sure.
been so dark out.
I'll take you outside, alright?
Oh, okay. Card kind of looks at you. Do you need me to come with you?
Appreciative just in case he passes out.
Alright, come on, big guy. So the two of them will take Vern upstairs. While the rest of you are heading downstairs. So,
As she passes Lasha, she goes, "If you find anything that I can use, I really appreciate you taking it."
Certainly.
making your way downstairs, a myriad of smells begins to kind of brush against your nose, making it's a very pungent smell of just different things. I'm not sure exactly what they are. You can't pick them all out one at a time, but there's just a variety as you're going downstairs. When you go down and make another turn. There's a full turn before there's like a trap door, just made of wood, and is a good 15 by 15 feet. Big old trap
Dang.
door. But it's got little like cracks between it where you can feel that smell just permeating through.
I'm gonna try and push it.
Because you're trying to push the trap door.
Do you mean
Wait.
lift?
It's a trap door.
Lit. Oh, sorry. On the floor. Okay, like a
Yeah.
cellar hatch kind
Yes.
of thing. Okay.
This is like a cellar.
Then I will try to open.
I assist with mage hand because I have the strength of none.
Roll a strength check.
Okay. 17.
With a lift and a heave, you're able to push it open, and as you're opening it, the smells begin to come out a lot stronger.
I still have detect magic up as far as I know.
Yep.
That is something.
It's not it's not the sort of smell that would be awful, but some of it is, there's like some of it that says there should be something bad in this, but there's also good smells in it. A terrible example of what this would smell like would essentially be, it's like having a trash can next to a bottle of Febreze.
Oh God!
I stand by my statement. Wow, that's something.
That's something. Opening it up and kind of just pushing it up so that you can go down. There is a ladder that goes down 15 feet wide, obviously meant for someone big to go down the stairs or ladder, but you guys can head on down.
I would like to check for
at this-
traps as we go down.
At
Investigation
this
check.
point.
Yep.
Okay. At this point, dark vision counts as dim light, correct? Because there's no light down here.
Correct. Which you can light up like a torch or something, or if
Right.
you wanted to grab one of the ones like Karg and Ellie had before you went down, that's up to you.
I mean, I have torches. I'm not gonna have one while I'm going down the ladder, though.
Yeah, no worries.
If I minor illusion a candle, does that make light?
I don't think minor illusion creates light. It doesn't create things. It creates an illusion of a candle, but doesn't create light. That'd be more prestidigitation. And even then, you would need something to light.
Fair enough.
Yep. So making your way down, you are in an area that is just pitch black. You're able to see well enough with your dark vision. It's when you don't have to worry as much about perceiving too much with your perceptive feat. So you see that this area looks like this is essentially an entire area that would be the entirety of the rooms up above. That looks to be some kind of mishmash between a garden, a laboratory, and a place where just trophies are hung around. Things ranging from plants that are in pots next to other plants. You see plants that are planted in the ground that are growing up towards the ceiling, like some plants that look like they're tomato plants. You can't discern their color because, again, dark vision only gives you black and white, does not give you color. Alasha, with your vision, because of the perceptive feat, you see that when I said trophies, I did mean trophies, but not necessarily all of the animal variety. Granted, there are a few that are of like deer, frogs, boars, humanoids, including a few that appear to be ogre heads.
Cats? No, I'm just kidding.
No cats. Actually, no. There would be no, you're not in the mountain area, so no cats.
Good.
Did you say orcs or ogres?
Ogres. There is an ogre's head that looks like it's been just slapped like against the ground, and it has what appears to be like a sign around its neck, which is written in a language you cannot understand. Around one of the humans' heads, though, if you get closer to it, there is another sign that you would be able to read.
I go over.
moving up, the human's head has a sign that is basically looks like a chain wrapped around what's left of their neck, and the sign reads, "Naughty children are punished."
I am revolted, but I show none of that on my face.
And this is like an adult, by the way. This isn't a child. These are
Yeah.
not really children's faces, but they are adults. Which means that she made a collection of adults, creatures that she treated as children. Also, are
What
you
else?
looking to investigate the area?
I absolutely am.
No, nothing magical, because your detect magic is coming too close to its end with the 10 minutes, but it is still not pinging anything. Roll an investigation check.
Yeah, I want to see if I can find anything like hidden, like noted upstairs. I will ask for assistance.
Sure.
Who's buzzing?
Not me. Oh wow. I mean, something.
Yep. Looking around, you begin to kind of pick through everything. You're avoiding the plants as best you can, just because you're not able to discern what they are, or anything really about them. As you're going through, at one point you're making a step and you trip slightly, and you're like, nothing. You just see that, but as Snow comes up behind you, his foot kind of thumps up against something. He's like, "What the?" Leans down and calling you over. You realize that there's a few things that appear to be slightly buried in the dirt ground beneath you. Uncovering the one that he and you subsequently had run into, pulls out a box, which looks to be simple wooden box, about 2 feet wide, maybe a foot long. And as he's pulling it out, you can hear a thing.
Yeah. I was gonna say I was gonna investigate for traps, but too late.
No. That you hear that from inside the box.
I investigate for traps.
I'm back. What I'm.
They
We
tripped over a
found
box.
a box.
Okay.
Roll investigation. Also,
Elisha probably had to slap Cheshire's hand again because he was just about to.
Yes, this is a running theme.
he's like, all right, reaches forward. No, wait. Roll an investigation check. Just to catch you up, where did you last leave off, Butters?
A guy was like about to die, but he didn't quite die. He's like, I want to live, and that's.
Oh man.
You missed.
Yeah, so
Things happen.
I'm gonna give you the bullet points. No worries, life happens. I get you.
Yeah, no worries.
Bullet points. You have gone down into a cellar area that has plants that are just kind of growing freely from the dirt ground or kind of from the ceiling and the walls. There are potted plants that look like they're meant to either be mixed, mingled, or such like that. A few beakers and stuff, which actually I was going to mention to you. I apologize, I meant to mention that. Beakers, basically a sort of a study desk area with a few notebooks scattered about, and trophies ranging from the heads of deer, boar, bears to humans and or ogre head. Which the human, one of the humans, actually several humans, one of the humans has a chain wrapped around what's essentially left of the neck that says, "Naughty children are punished."
Alright, are any of the pots moving or plants moving?
Make a perception check. While you're doing that, Elisha, there is a trap in here.
Good. What do we got?
You've heard of this before. It's called a spider lock. Essentially, when you reach to open it, you have it's one of the ones that you have to reach down to the bottom clasp to pull it up to unlock it. And when you do so, there's poisonous barbs that reach up and try and stick your finger. The poison inside of it can be anything from a standard light poison to just poison someone, a paralytic toxin, to a knockout, to something that is meant to kill you.
Does she say that out loud?
Yeah. And I look at Cheshire and say,
I'm very glad you didn't reach for this.
He'll try to open it with his machete.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check.
5.
Right. You're like, you put the machete next to it, and you start pulling at it, and you hear a faint ting against the blade. You kind of like look at each other, like, okay. You try and move the blade to finish it the rest of the way, and just kind of pinned. Look underneath, and you see that the fangs have essentially pinned it against the lock.
I'll try to like put one of my foot on top of the chest and pry it.
Okay. With your current strength modifier, it's easy just to shunk, pull it out, but you see the thing go cling, 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 back against it.
I unlock it with Mage Hand.
Okay. With Mage Hand, you lock it, you hear shing, but with nothing for it to grab against, you lift it up, and you're able to open the box. Inside the box, you can't differentiate based off of color, but there's a lot of coin-shaped objects in here.
Oh boy.
I'll just put my machete in there, like twist it around and move it around.
Just checking for traps. Roll investigation. Look safe.
Alright, I'll just pull some out then.
Okay. Just like a handful.
Sure.
All right. I'll throw out a number there later, but you guys can close the box and hold on to that for now.
While they're doing that, I would like to investigate the study desk.
Okay.
Oh, are they just coins, Guru?
Yeah, coins.
Yeah, just put them back in the box. It's fine.
Okay. He takes the coins, looks them over. Yep, coins. Puts them back in the box. Roll an investigation check for the desk.
Okay. Ooh, 16 again. I'm rolling
Nice.
17s, guys.
Hey. That -1 is still coming in hot.
Yeah, no kidding.
As hot as a -1 can come in.
I mean, that's still pretty good. That being said, looking over everything, again, you can't read what's on any of the books and such. But most of the strong smells, when they're not coming from the plants behind you, there's some of them that do come from the ones in front of you. You can't see the different colors of the liquids. They're different, though. You can see that a few of them look to be set aside specifically. About at least 4 or 5 of them look to be set aside specifically away from the other ones, almost like a...
Did you say plants?
The plants are having some of the smell.
Okay.
The 5 to your right look like they're in a more complete stage. You can actually hear the faint bubbling of one of the ones directly in front of you. That you're not sure if that's done or not, but it's just, you can hear it faintly. A bubbling sound.
Elisha, come look at this when you have a moment.
I will hand the box to Cheshire because it's probably a little heavy for me, and I'll go over to see
Just
what
set it.
I was looking at.
Okay, you just set it back down.
Okay.
Okay, you see, he points out those things to you. So you see 5 bottles with moving liquids in them that, despite no one's touched anything, but the liquids are moving. And you can hear the faint bubbling of one in front of you.
Alright, do I recognize any of these?
No, you don't see any color. You don't see anything that would be able to give you a differentiating way to distinguish them.
Can I check them for traps?
Sure.
Not trapped.
Do I need to stick my hand in something just for good luck?
Please do not.
I'm guessing with the 10 I don't see much.
They are made of glass. It's not much that you can see that would make them really trappable.
And these didn't ping when I had my detect magic in the room, right?
Question for just the point of accuracy. Do
Yep.
potions ping magically?
Well, they are
Yes.
magical, so.
Then yes, these are pinging. My apologies. I forgot about the potions. So yes, those would
Okay.
ping. That's the only reason why I asked is because I thought of them alchemically, not magically. So yes, these are pinging.
You fooled!
Foolish me! I'm sorry.
Alright, what kind of magic?
1 second here.
Guru, as a fellow Skyrim fan, I'm waiting to hear a restoration slip up from you at some point.
I'm working to avoid that. That
Well,
would
it's a
just
healing
be
potion, so it's restoration. Shit.
that would just be all kinds of funny. One of them is pinging with enchantment.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is pinging with transmutation.
Mm.
Two of them are pinging with evocation. And one of them should be another transmutation. Let me double check. Let me actually check the spell. Yes, 2 is transmutation.
Hmm.
2 transmutation, 1 enchantment, 2 evocation, and the one in front of you is also bubbling with evocation, which also has another spell type in it. Like 2 different evocation magics.
Hmm.
Have you figured out what they are yet, Alok?
I would need to identify them to know that with all accuracy, and I'm not sure we have time for me to ritually cast that.
That's fair. Do we want to bring them, or are they not?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
These could be quite useful.
very well. I'm gonna look for like covers for the potions, for the beakers, or something like that.
Okay. There are a few empty beakers, potion containers, things of that nature.
Like that I can like close, right?
Closes in close
Like
the
cork it.
Cork it. You're corking the bubbling one.
Yes. Yes.
So you cork the bubbling one. The other 5 already have corks in them.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Hmm. So the one that was bubbling was not?
It is evocation magic,
Okay.
but it is bubbling in slightly, frothing in the mixture. It's not actually bubbling out. It's just bubbling within the jar, within the container.
So let me make sure I have this right. There were 6 potions when we walked in that pinged with magic.
Yes.
1 enchantment, 2 transmutation, 2 more evocation, and then this one in front of me has 2 types of evocation in it, and it's bubbling over. Well, not bubbling over, but bubbling up.
Bubbling up, yes, not bubbling over.
Okay.
That's what makes you know that it is magical.
Hmm.
Also, what's Cheshire doing right now?
Just fucking flipping things around looking for shit.
Okay, make an investigation check.
I'll help him out with that.
You're currently at the bottles, so I'm going to say no.
Alright.
Yeah. I like how the one time I say he's just fucking throwing things at the time I roll a
Throwing
map.
things really carefully.
Mm-hmm.
You're just having a good time, just like, fuck this,
Having a
fuck
good
this shit,
time,
fuck that
having a
shit.
good
But at the same time,
time.
I want to know what's in the shit. There's a point where you look at some black cloth that's just kind of next to one of the stands. You kind of just stare at it for a moment. You're like, what's this do? You kind of flip it for a second. You watch it kind of falls down in front of you, and then you're like, well, that's a thing. You step forward and your foot just goes down. And
dear.
you're just like waist deep in the ground for a second, just like what the. You look down and you see the
I'll put my
black
other
cloth.
foot in it.
You put your other foot in it. Your other foot's just dangling right now.
No, like I'm like just hopping in fully. Like
Shoop. Right now, Cheshire is missing.
Did I see him drop through the floor?
Make a.
Oh.
he's just like fuck it. just
Can it be like my past?
Yeah,
We'll see.
Yeah, does 16 see it?
fucker. I'm pretty sure I knew what it was. I'm just like, yeah, fuck it, why not?
Oh my god.
dude, that would be amazing.
You
Well,
were
If I just like teleported to hell.
You were focusing on the potions at the time, so I'm gonna say active.
Okay.
You hear a huh from behind you, and then you're like we need to. You're watching as Snow corks you like, and then you're the huh. And you're like, is everything okay, Cheshire? Then after a couple seconds, Cheshire, you turn around. Cheshire's not in the room.
I go over to where I last saw Cheshire.
He's not there.
What am I
this might be a
seeing?
trap. We should probably burn this place.
Shadows.
Yeah, I investigate for Cheshire.
No, Elisha, we need to burn this place. He's probably been kidnapped.
I give him a really hard stare.
You see darkness at the moment. You're just looking around. It's like you see, like granted, when you look up,
I'll
you can
light up
see
a
the
torch.
darkness. You've got like there's not a lot of room around you, but for everyone else, you suddenly see from the floor. There's a slit in the floor. There's all of a sudden a light just blossom.
I'll
It's a
climb
thin slit,
out
yeah.
or try to at least.
Yeah, you can climb out. You just push yourself against the.
I'll pick up the claw. Put
Yep.
away the torch.
As
and
you
be
pick
like,
it up, like you grab it, I'm guessing you
Yeah.
grab it by the edge.
Yeah.
Like when you had seen it, it was about like the size of like maybe a handkerchief or something like that. You pick it up and it starts unfurling,
Okay.
and you just like look into it. Is it? And you just slowly put your hand
Can I
in, and the
fold
torch.
it?
You flip it. Yep.
Yeah.
You flip it, and
And-
it like there seems to be like an edge you can grab, but it looks to be just dark
Yeah.
cloth.
Can I just like fold it up into like, just so I can like put it in my pocket?
You
Yeah.
just,
A
like,
hole to the ethereal.
Yeah, just. Church, I just like, I'll keep this one for myself. Actually, I'm curious.
You start folding it up, and it as you're folding it up, like you're like yeah, if it's like it's like 6 feet across. Like it is big enough across that you're like, what in the heck? This is okay, all right.
Do I see this guru?
Visibly, because there's a torch going on. You just see him like looking at this like what the, and you see him like, okay, I'm gonna just fold this up to figure out what the hell this is. But you see,
Do
it's
I know what it is?
not off the top of your head. But you see
Oh,
him like
boy.
like it's like when he holds it up fully, it's about as tall as he is, about 6 feet in diameter. And you watch as he
Jeez.
begins folding it, and it gets folded and folded and folded and folded and folded until it's about the size of a handkerchief again. This
in my
just
pocket.
a fine black cloth. It's just a fine black cloth handkerchief.
For that. Keep ideas. You can identify it and all, but I got plans.
Very well. Please try not to do that again.
Well, you don't know what that is.
You crawled out of it. You must have fallen into it.
No, I got teleported into it.
I mean, to be fair, you
Insight check.
stepped into it, but you can insight check that. I was just saying that out of character, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
insight check.
Yeah, he just got teleported into it.
Yeah.
This thing can teleport him.
All right, all insight.
Okay.
No, I didn't see. I got a 17, or I got
Yeah.
a 15. So.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, no, this thing teleported me. You're like, I mean, I guess. Amongst
Fun
everything
now.
else, with the torchlight, you can actually see that this area looks to be, again, it's like an underground garden. Most of it looks to be actually some kinds of fungus, stuff that doesn't require natural light to grow. Some of it looks like it's, molding from other things,
Mhm.
which you're guessing based off the heads in the corner what is used as fertilizer.
Mm,
And you're like, okay.
Guru, what is the item I just got name again? Because
You'll find out when it's identified.
yeah, I just want to
Hmm.
put it on my sheet. Just weird black hole. Most put there.
Black
just-
handkerchief.
Black handkerchief. So, do we want to leave now and just take what we got, or do we want to keep looking?
Is there out of character anything else that we
Nothing.
could look?
Nothing that catches your eye. If you want, you can take the books on the table.
Oh, I'm taking all these books.
Okay. So you get 3 books.
Any of them in language I can read?
All of them are in common. Well, except for one. One of them is written in. I don't think you said you speak Sylvan.
I do not.
Yes, so you
I
do
have
not
to get
speak that.
comprehend languages. It's
oh, so I should have been able to read 2 of those books.
Yes, but you couldn't read them due to the fact that it was dark vision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can barely differentiate between black and white, and so while you could
No,
read
that's
some
fine.
of it, it's
Mhm.
essentially squinting your eyes to read all of it.
No, that's fine.
So yeah, it wasn't me saying that you couldn't read it, it's that you couldn't read it while it's still dark. You would need at least a little bit of light to be able to make sense of what you're actually reading. Actually, no, I apologize. I forget. 60 feet of dark vision means that counts as bright light in that range. Yes, you are right. That's completely my bad. You should have been able to read that.
what do the
Simply
titles say?
outside of that.
What are the titles of the ones in common?
No titles.
No titles.
These are handwritten.
Oh, okay.
One
Were
of
the
them.
book-
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, good.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the books, they were like open, right?
Yeah.
Open on the
One of them was. The other 2 weren't.
Okay.
The one that was
I'm assuming
open.
the one that was open was in
Yeah,
Sylvan.
the one that was open is only about a little over halfway completed, and the page that you were able to kind of just glance at mentioned mixturing, where it's like talking about 2 different, it like has like a drawing of 2 different potions and basically saying, I'm certain that I can get better results if I change my process. I just need to change the focus of this mixturing to make it better, more efficient. This one, another dud? Question mark. I'll find out when I have my test subject try it. Yeah.
Which one was
We'll
this?
definitely want to investigate this one further.
Yeah.
Which
Seems she was
book was
performing
that?
some. The one that was open on the desk.
Yeah,
Okay.
the one that was open on the desk has a like a black hardwood binding. The other one is more of a tan leather, and the final one is a more dark brown leather. Which the dark brown leather one, that one is written in Sylvan. So just mark those on your sheet. Alright. So as you guys are finishing and coming up, Ellie and Carr, you've been assisting with Vern, who is like when he is actually let outside, like he like looks up at the sky, just kind of like slowly sits down, just seems to like stare at the sky, just like, it's blue.
Was it blue when you first went in there?
It was dark and cloudy. I haven't seen blue in a long time. He switches to Orcish. When I was brought down there, it's the only color not on the walls. She doesn't want us to remember blue, the sky. Not unless we are good and behave. I'd like to not behave more often. I'm a bad child. Naughty. She made me drink her like he like makes a drinking motion, like he's like, I don't know what it was, I just made me drink it. Made me sick sometimes. was bad. When I would tell her I was sick, she would tell me I was bad and kind of motions towards the bruises. I don't know what I did wrong. I drank it and I felt bad. But if I did not tell her I was feeling bad, she knew. Like she could sense it. And then she would hurt me more.
She pats his arm.
He kind of like
He's
flinches
gone
slightly,
now.
like he flinches at that, like, and then he like looks at you like, sorry,
You're fine. You're fine.
he goes kind of fetal. He stops
She
talking.
holds onto his hand.
Yeah, he stops talking
Not
at that. He
hurt
just
you, okay?
he doesn't move. He just kind of stays curled up. It takes him quite a few
She'll
minutes
hug him.
before. Yeah, he takes him quite a few minutes before he uncurls. Like it's about the time that they start coming up that he starts to relax again. And when they come out, he flinches again, like, people. Oh, right, tiny people. Nice. Nicer than people I've known. Kind of looks over at at all the people, and then, like for a moment, like as he's looking you over, it's like yes, yes, and then he like looks over at Snow and just kind of like stares at him for a moment, just like, you have a cat. Why do
Oh,
you?
not this again.
Why do you have a cat?
He's our friend.
Talk.
He's a person.
No, no, cat. No, no. Cat. He switches to Orcish, which none of you speak except for the other two.
Mhm.
He's like, no, the cat folk are from the place of many giants, the place of the south. Cat, and only few of them are in this place, in this land. I am confused.
I think he's just wandering around.
Oh. He switches back to common. Are you safe, Catman?
Dave?
Yes.
Good. You are.
I think
You are very. He makes like he like taps his chest very delicately. You are strong, man.
he's worried because he knows that you're a long way from home.
I am long way from home too.
And that we have in common.
I hope your home finds you safely. Safely home. I. He like looks like he's stumbling over his words, just like.
Say it in Orcish and I can translate.
I hope he finds his way home safely to people who love him.
He said he hopes you find your way home safely and to people who love you.
Well, I do hope to find my way home.
He nods.
Come on, Vern. I need to get you out of here.
Where do I go now?
Well, should we take him back to the village?
No, he might just be discriminating.
Considering that
against
just
after we
last
killed
night,
you.
yeah, considering what happened yesterday, that probably won't go over well.
Do we just take him with us?
If he can rest here and he can probably get himself.
Hey,
Does
I
he
would
look-
like to insight
I'll
that
tap him on the side of the. Hey,
after
you-
everything.
Insight who?
Not. I would just like to look Vern over, I guess, to see if that's a fair
Assessment.
estimation.
Yeah.
Medicine check.
I'll tap him on the side.
There you go.
With some rest and probably going to need some like a lot of food. He's a big man, but
Mhm.
with some food in him, some water, some actual rest. Ellie, you would know this too. He could probably make his own way. He's bruised, so he'd be sore. He might be a little bit slow, but nothing about him just from the way he's holding himself is someone who's bruised and battered, not someone who's like broken bones or things like that. Which, granted, you do see that his arm's a little bit awkward. The way he holds like his left arm is slightly awkward, like it's like if you held out your hand normally, his is tilted slightly inward on the outside end.
Broken and healed wrong.
Yeah.
Car,
Yeah.
is that healable?
He like looks at you and kind of looks back, just like, not without breaking it again. I would want someone.
Which bone?
He like points towards the arm bone.
All right.
If we don't break it again,
I'll
then
go
it.
over to his arm bone.
Whoa! Let's
It's the only way for it to be
explain it to
corrected.
him first.
I'm going to.
Vernon kind of stares at you like,
What I'm about to do is the only way for it to get better, but it's going to hurt a lot.
oh.
I will take out
Ellie gives Vern her
just some
hand to
old
grip.
rag. I'll just take out some old rags.
Mm-hmm.
Put this between.
He like
Hold on
takes
to
it
my hand,
gently.
big guy.
It's very like small rags for him, so he like just like puts it between his teeth, like biting down, like he takes your hand.
This is really gonna hurt. Count of 3.
3, 2, 1. And I snap.
Roll a strength check.
Strength
Oh,
or
no.
athletics.
I'll allow athletics. Are you just standard roll?
I'm putting on my mask I'm
ready-
putting on my
okay.
mask just in case blood comes out.
Okay,
Just in case anything goes horribly wrong.
so you're raging. Gotcha.
In athletics, you said?
Athletics.
I also don't want to half break this thing because that means we have
Yeah,
to go at
That's
it.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
DC was 20,
Yeah.
so you're able to, and you just see him just go, like he doesn't even flinch. You see him go,
This man is used to pain.
Yeah, that's not. Oh.
And I'll try to put it into place.
And Karg moves over and make it. Would you like to make the medicine check, or would you like Karg to make the medicine check with advantage? Either one you can make with advantage.
Yeah. Sure, I'll do it at advantage. Sure, man. You said I know about it.
Yes.
He's the healer!
14.
You're pretty sure it's as close in place as you can get it without, being able to actually see through his body. And you're like, sure, good
Yeah,
enough.
that actually-
Karg, does that look good enough?
He's gonna look it over, just spot check it. He takes your hands and kind of like moves it slightly, slightly up, like little patch into it. Like you can see, you hear him kind of go.
It's okay.
Oh.
I will
Yes.
take those rags that are in his mouth and then wrap them from his shoulder and try to not make a splint out of it, but just keep it wrap
In
it up
place.
so it can stay in that place.
Yep, and Karg is going to dump a 3rd level cure wounds into it. He kind of looks at him just as he watches you. He makes sure to hold it. And he's like that, yeah, like this, like that. And he helps move it into place, and he holds it so that it hangs correctly. And he's like, in Orcish, he explains, "Don't move this too much, or it will not heal right. I've sped up the healing, but it will take time to finish. Otherwise, your bones will become bad. Just let it heal, and you'll be fine. Give it a few weeks." Kind
Have I heard this man's stomach growl?
a few times.
Can I fix him something real quick so he doesn't starve?
Yeah.
Also, I realized with this meat, Jesus H. Christ. How much would he need to eat?
4 times your rations. So.
Oh, wonderful.
like,
So all of my boar meat.
So 1 boar would fill him.
No, I have 4 pounds of boar meat, is what I'm saying.
A single
yeah.
boar.
Yes, a single
I'll give
boar
him the
would
rest
fill
of
him.
my boar meat.
He takes he makes a move with both hands, and you hear Karg just go, basically an Orcish just be like, nope. He's like,
I
oh,
can
looks at
fix
his
it
arms
for
like,
you real
oh,
quick if you need me to.
fix. Kind of tilts his head like, what?
Make food.
Fire. Cook it.
Understand. Cook? Oh,
Makes it tastier.
it does?
It brings out the juices of the meat.
I'll cook it for him real quick.
This man about to learn what up.
Roll a
The
wisdom
good
check.
old-fashioned-
God, someone help me,
Who?
because my wisdom is 0.
Whoever wants to
Who?
help her with it.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Just a wisdom check.
With advantage. Because you're not proficient with cooking tools.
Nope.
There we go.
17.
That's a 17.
You finish it and it smells... smells good. It smells really good. You finish it up, you season it, and you put it in such a way that you make sure that it's not gonna be too hot for him to eat before you offer it to him. He reaches for it and then kind of looks around, just like, I don't have. He looks back towards the house, kind of flinches away again, just like she had makes motion moving it to his mouth, like utensils.
Do you want them?
They'll
If it is
probably be in
polite.
that kitchen area.
If you want to eat with your hands, then it's fine.
Okay. He reaches forward, picks it up, and just puts it in his mouth and just kind of tears off a chunk of it.
Mm-hmm,
You just-
mm-hmm.
This tastes good. I like
So sit with
this.
him until he's done eating, because you doesn't want to hurt.
Yeah, when he first when his first bites are clearly testing, making sure he's okay, and then as soon as he's done with that, he looks between you all, realizing no, this is all yours. He's you see him
Oh shit.
yeah, he's hungry. He's a hungry boy. He finishes it all. He was like sucking on his fingers, just looking at you all.
Good?
Yeah. It's good.
I'm glad. Yay!
Thank you. You're.
I'll help him up, because I don't want him just wandering the forest, so I will at least help him out of here.
Mm-hmm. So you
Nice.
help him up. You are all good people.
We try to be. I believe we are all ready to head back.
Identify this woman by the way, Elisha, before we head.
What is this?
Is the cloth he found? I'm curious because I saw what it can do, but I have ideas.
I will ritually cast Identify.
Okay, so we'll say this is while he's eating.
Eating.
Ritually casting Identify. I will. Hold on, where's the handouts? Actually, do I have a thing specifically for?
Excuse me.
I'll just make a handout for it. Actually, is there actually one in the compendiary? There is! Hooray! Perfect. Elash. There you go. Now you can tell him what it is.
Let's see.
Matt, I'm gonna smack you in the face.
Alright.
He's reading.
Wow, alright, that's good to know. Right. Does it tell me anything about the contents?
Anything currently within the hole?
Yeah.
I don't believe so. But when you opened it up, you heard a few things falling to the ground and such.
Did you find a fucking napkin of holding?
Cheshire,
Which, if you want, you can turn it inside
Yeah.
out if you'd like, to see if you
You
can find
have
what's in here.
found something quite impressive.
And I will turn it inside out just to be on the safe side.
I'm a very impressive person, yes.
So you watch as Elisha stands up, like unfolds it, turns it inside out, and basically at your feet, you watch as there's a slight spray of just things that fall out of it, including
Holy
a
crap!
few pieces of like looks like some kind of like brass molded statuettes.
Ooh, I can melt this into something.
Let's say 3 of
If
those,
they're not,
Well, yeah.
which your detect magic had cast nothing on those,
Hmm.
and a scattering of coins, which if you gather those all up, you'd get a lot of silver. In total, 352 silver pieces.
What?
5
the?
gold. Do you do 10 silver to 1 gold?
Yes.
Mhm.
Which, let me hold on. 3 bronze statues. 352 silver.
Hmm. How many bronze statues?
3.
3.
And 52 gold pieces.
I'm
352 silver
And 52 gold pieces.
and 50 gold.
This is a portable hull. It is an
Porta-
extra-dimensional space that can be slapped upon any flat surface that creates a 10-foot deep opening in which you can store your belongings.
So like
I
a pit
definitely got
trap.
Ideas for this.
Essentially, but a little more useful.
I don't know. I got some nice stuff out of a pit trap.
I'm going to make this
Yes, but
available
a creature
to all players, by the
can-
way.
Rip its way out of it rather easily.
Not if there are spikes at the bottom.
Don't know if that would be a good idea, but it is Cheshire, so it's for him to do with.
Yes. Since you are explaining it, I'm just giving it so that everyone has the ability to read
Ellie
this.
puts her hand in it.
Okay, speaking of gold, Guru, what
Yes.
about that chest?
All right. Do you open it?
Yes, I do open it.
So you put your hand
After
to it
I-
and open it?
No,
Wait.
I open it with mage hand, and when it does the thing, I reach in and I try and pry the barbs out of it because heck with that shit.
Wait, what are you
You
doing?
can do it from the other
That's
side.
fair.
We
Um,
also found this.
Do you just want me to break off the top?
No, it's
If you're so
trapped,
careful about it?
unfortunately.
I don't understand how it's trapped. Like, I don't understand the actual trap.
The trap
It's quite poisonous.
is against the side.
Oh! I'm resistant to poison.
Yes, but you might not be resistant to the effect. I'm not sure what kind of poison this is, unfortunately.
I mean, again, I can just rip off the top.
Once we wish to put it elsewhere, but we need to be able to conveniently transport this back to town.
Elisha, if you're
And
really
again,
scared of it, I can just open it.
we do have a portable hull now. Yes, rip the top off. I don't see why not.
I will tear the top off.
Make a strength check.
Strength or athletics?
Athletics. I allow athletics for a lot more than I probably should, but go ahead.
I mean, this
Ah,
is
fuck me.
athletics.
It's not as...
I'm being bested by a chest. I'm wasted a rage.
Roll another one with advantage.
Fucking open.
You rip it open.
So for a moment, you see her not open it, pout, and then just tense up and tear it open. What's in it?
You rip it open and you kind of peek inside. You see 285 silver pieces, 67 gold pieces, and 11 platinum. It looks to be a mishmash of just collected things, if you will.
Huh. Nice.
You see Cheshire just kind of open the portal hole in the ground and just like hop in it.
Karg like slowly looks down. You okay down there?
I'm doing things. And I will start a pile of the books he's got. So he's going to use this as his library.
All right.
Portable library.
I will make you a quote unquote
Actually,
character
how
sheet
far
for it.
away are we from the house?
From the house, the
Yeah.
hag's house, or from the town?
Hag's house.
You're right outside it right now.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm
I'll
like, we're
walk
still in front of it. We
outside.
haven't moved.
What's a smaller? Do I see like a bookshelf or like a bookcase?
I mean, you saw the one in there that was looking like it was leaning from side to side.
Oh wait, I lost this. Did you grab any or all of
I'll
those
like
books?
take it. How
I
big is it
grabbed
wide?
all of the books that I
I'd
saw.
say about, in terms of height, it's actually a small bookcase for a large creature, so it's a good 6 feet tall, about
Alright.
3 feet wide.
All right, yeah, I'll take it and just
Okay.
come and place it in the hole.
The bookshelf?
Yeah.
So I will
I
give you a sheet
It's
called Portable Hole that you guys
pretty
can utilize and put things in.
imagine Cheshire just coming in with a fucking bookshelf and just chucking it in the fucking hole in the ground.
Yeah.
He's got. I told you he had plans. He's turning this into his study.
Just drops the hole in the ground, hops in, pulls out the chair, and just leans over, just like. Da, 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 da,
At
I'll
least
take
just like
I'll
staring
take.
at
Is there a
him, like,
smaller
oh.
desk
Hmm.
in the house at all?
There is.
I don't
one.
know.
We'll take that and bring it into the hole with.
So
He's
while
just
he's
making a
doing
portable study.
this,
Make a portable study. Cheshire enjoys to be able to be alone and read.
Mhm.
while he's doing this, because I just saw the bookshelf, were there any books in there? She's asking Elisha. I just can't stop laughing because I'm visualizing it.
Mm-hmm.
There were several books in there, yes.
Can I see?
I will lay out all the books that I have.
Alright, so now I was only there for the dragon thing because I had to be right back. I see what they are, but are
One
What
is draconic,
languages are they in?
called Identifying Dragons. There were 3 that were written in common, which were Through the Woods, The Wolf and the Lady, How to Harvest More, Better. There is one written in a language you don't understand that's written with very blocky lettering. There is one written in Dwarvish.
Oh! What's this?
One second here.
And it's gonna be like once everything's there, it's not gonna be extremely comfortable, but it'll be enough for like you able to sit, stand,
It's a
walk around
10-foot
tiny bit.
10-foot circular hole. It's not gonna be. You're walking around a bit with a desk and a bookshelf pushing it, but a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be enough for him to be able to sit, maybe on occasion just sleep in the chair, you know, like leaning against the
Sleeps in
desk.
the void!
Yeah, he's gonna start
Mm.
sleeping in the void. Straight
Here's
up.
the thing. You have to. Well,
I
actually,
can feel the oxygen going away.
You
even when
can-
sleep. DC
And to
10
be
to
fair,
break out.
If you
it's,
keep it
if
open,
is
you're all right.
closed, Yeah.
yeah, if it's closed, you're screwed. But if it's open, you are all right.
Well, here's the thing: you can wake up from oxygen deprivation. Like you wake up if you're getting smothered. Then it's just a
Not
DC
necessarily.
10 to open it up.
Define
Most of the
what the
time.
fuck?
The finest Durvok minds.
Can I skim to see if I can tell what the fuck this thing is about? Because I'm
Mines.
assuming that there is no summary.
No.
I'm
Looking-
saying, is it
looking-
fiction or non-fiction?
Appears to be nonfiction.
So, Elisha,
Yes.
I'm very mean.
Go on.
Kark doesn't like dwarves.
hmm
How much would it bug him, do you think, to have me spouting facts about a dwarvish mine?
He would loathe that.
Can I borrow this book?
You may.
There's also one written in Orcish, by the way,
Oh!
called The Fateful Forest.
Okay, so considering it's written in Orcish, and most Orcish things are myth stories and such, have I heard this?
Roll a history check.
Oh, forest, fateful forest.
Fateful Forest.
Not with advantage, stop that.
You're too busy plotting about the spouting dwarvish facts to him that you're like hee hee hee.
Hey, Karg!
Hmm.
Heads up! She'll chuck it at him.
I will roll for him.
Cheshire's head comes out of the hole. So, any other books you don't need, Elisha? I can fill it up in the case.
He like Karg's just staring at him, just like what the fuck.
I would like to look them over first.
Oh, he knows.
Oh.
What's it
Like,
about?
Takes it. He starts looking through it. I'll let you know. I need to remember if it's the one I think it is, but just, give me a bit. Like I said, I'm just gonna read through it.
I've been book napped.
He wants to make sure that he remembers it correctly because he looks at the title and you see like a glimmer of I remember this and kind of like a pause before he like slowly opens it.
Can I insight that look?
Sure.
I would also like to insight.
My rolls are just such hard garbage.
I mean, to be fair, you're rolling good things as well. He looks thoughtful. Like he's reading a good book.
All right there.
Mm-hmm. Starts like this, like look. He's like reading, skimming the first page. Kind of looks down at Cheshire. Is there any other books you'd like?
I mean, I always enjoy to.
What kind of books do you like? So next time we're in town, I can actually look for something.
Oh, but you'll look for books for him.
I
like-
enjoy books that will either teach me something or tell a tale.
Keep that in mind. Kind of glances up at her. I know you're going to find the books you want. Most of the books that
Wait,
you're going to look
I've
for
got an
will be yours
idea.
by.
Thoughtful. Yeah.
Did we take the cart out here at all? Like stop at the end
No.
of the woods or like?
Mm-mm. Are you guys trying to put the card in there?
No, I got a different idea.
I'm scared.
What are you thinking?
All right, let's make it back to town, shall we? He'll take after he's done like getting all the stuff he needs to fold it up.
This is probably the most
Listen.
enthusiastic we have ever seen in Cheshire.
I know.
He's not enthusiastic. He just looks curious.
Yep. Which, when you fold it up, because it doesn't actually state it in the portable hole's description, I'm going to allow it to be that when you fold it up, like as soon as like you grip it by the edge, everything that is on quote unquote ground level is essentially stuck in place, so you can fold it up and when you open it back up later, it'll still be in there. But if you put it against a wall, everything will follow gravity.
All right.
So as long as you throw it
waiting
on the
for
floor, you can, sit down in the chair exactly as you left it.
So yeah, let's head back, shall we?
Wait, I want to skim the wolf in the lady real quick. I'm curious. After all the jokes we made,
It's mud.
Roll an
Is it?
investigation check
why would you do this to me?
because I love you.
Smut check.
It appears to you're not sure exactly what it's about. Just from a very quick investigation, you're like, I just want to read through this real quick, just get a glimpse of a few things. It appears to be not an incredibly lengthy book, but it appears to be a story about a woman who is going through the forest on some sort of journey. You're pretty sure you missed that part.
Oh my gosh.
And the tale about creatures in the forest and a wolf that continually pops up, like at one point you say, "Oh, you found me again." Of course I did. You're hard to miss. Like, curious.
my
Matt,
God.
what story is this?
I think I know what this is, but I don't want to spoil anything.
Tell me. I don't
I don't
know.
want to spoil anything, Ferris.
DM it to me. I'll tell you how close you are.
What happens when I just open you a random page?
Oh, you found me.
Musk of the wolf pressed against the woman.
It's the page that I mentioned. We're like, "Oh, you found me again," she said,
What the
looking
fuck
quite
is this?
taken aback. Of course.
Am I about to read smut?
Beating on my
I don't
ass
know.
like an African bongo drum.
Okay, look, we ain't going 50 Shades of Grey just yet. Calm down.
Direct quote, by the way.
I hate that it is.
A pastime of me and my friends when we're bored, we'll just go to Walmart, pick up a smut book, and just start reading random pages in the weirdest of.
I avoid Harlequin romance IRL as much as possible.
Oh, Twilight during English class was hilarious.
God, no! I don't want to talk about it.
Also-
One of my friends was obsessed with that series, and I just sat and
Snow is
looked at her
gone.
like, it's so bad. It's so bad. Why are you doing this? Are you high?
Chris, you alright there?
Yep.
You're outside. Roll 20.
Oh, sorry, my laptop went into rest mode because we had.
You're fine, man. No worries.
No worries, man. Just want to make sure. Guru.
Slightly,
Am I?
slightly
Aw.
close. Not on
Aw.
point though.
That's fine.
Missed it by
What is-
that much.
What is this harvest thing? I'm
Uh,
obviously exploring through all the books that I can read. 'Cause
we'll go over those later.
Okay.
Obviously, there's a lot of stuff that you can look into. Also, I imagine as you're walking through Alasha, you're looking through those books that you found as well.
Yeah.
I just imagine like they just trade off the book they just skimmed
Mm-hmm.
to the other.
Wait, I want to make an investigation check.
Just to skim them. Sure.
Well, I mean, no, I mean like specifically for that one. That.
Oh, the lady!
Yeah, I'm curious now.
Go ahead. Based off of what you can read, just
Yeah.
really quick. It's
Yeah.
all those things that I mentioned before.
Yep.
The purpose of the tale apparently is, as you're getting more deeper into it, a lot of the creatures tend to be, smaller sort of creatures, or one of them actually is like a boar who tries to attack her, and then the wolf comes and attacks the boar, driving it off. The woman never seems out of place in it, and at one point you actually read through, and the wolf, they're basically across from each other, where she's basically saying, if you come at me, I will not hesitate to
I
throw
won't
you away.
hesitate.
And
God damn
the wolf sitting there watching her asks, how can you be so confident? And she says, I am blessed by the stars, and the stars watch over me. And the wolf just kind of acquiesces to it, just like, that is fair. The stars have power, and I will follow that.
What is this shit?
I don't know.
It's like, you just said it. Shit.
This is like some advanced smut though. Like this isn't just smut.
Like,
Like
you're-
this is
Grade
like
S
smut
smut.
you're like I need to know what the story. I need to know what I'm missing.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I want to keep you guys guessing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do one single thing that I'm probably going to get poisoned for.
Oh no.
I eat
I'm
the
opening-
paper.
You're opening the chest.
The dwarvish book.
Oh, you're opening the dwarvish book.
Yes,
What?
I'm self-inflicting pain.
Why are you going to get poisoned?
Give me a random fact.
Ah, one second here. Let me pull up the name of it. Random page. Roll a d100.
Ow!
I love how Cheshire is starting. It's just straight up starting his own library.
At this point, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So here, we're going to type this out so I don't mistake the spelling of it later.
My fucking air freshener just scared the piss out of me. It just fucking sprayed.
Don't click away from that trackpad. Stop that.
Freedom!
No freedom. Stop that.
Heard burp, mad.
Sorry.
I heard that baby burp. Coward.
Well, you don't want to hear me if I burp proper.
I've heard you. If you burp proper, your voice is deep enough that my ears vibrate.
Mm. The audience doesn't, though.
I think my mom has stopped approaching my room every time it sprays. She hates the smell of lavender. And that's exactly what I picked. So it's just a strong lavendery smell that's just overwhelming. I love it.
The Fenduin mine has the highest supply of emeralds and is named after the original dwarf who found it and died in it when they fell to try and get the mother of all emeralds, which is housed among the Fenduin household.
Wow, dwarves are stubborn.
Mm.
Yes. Are you not aware?
She says that in character.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
no,
That was
you're
in character.
racist
I
too.
know I'm aware. I am a dwarf.
You play a dwarf, yes. No, you're a human at the moment. I know what you mean, but you just see Karg just like slowly look up from his book, like, like flat eye, just.
Now y'all both racist.
Recite the fact to him.
Oh,
Well,
gosh,
this
you-
dwarf is stubborn at least.
Oh gosh, you got. Oh no.
Well, I figured that the way that we stop your racist tendencies is if we teach you about them.
I'm gonna die. Oh.
No, you'll probably
Of
kill me
learning.
first. Oh, so learning. Just think about it. For once I get to educate you on something, it'll be fun and interesting. She's batting her fucking eyelashes.
I'm gonna die. He begins moving back towards the village.
You love it. Otherwise, you would have left long ago.
You're not wrong, but at the same time, oh no.
Is he smiling?
Not fully. Like there's like a faint queer of just like you're being adorable, but at the same time,
She nudges him. I know that you have a sense of humor.
I have one, and I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't get burned alive.
Oh, if you want to get burned, I have some torches.
Yes, I'm aware.
I start divvying up the gold
How much are you giving
and
out?
the silver and the platinum.
I'll-
Five-way split.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
let you type into the Roll20 how much it is, so I can put it on card sheet later if you're giving him.
I
any.
have a very stupid idea.
Go on.
Elisha,
Mhm.
do you have a vial?
I always have a vial.
Okay, so, Karg, I need you to be ready to help me.
He like looks at you slowly, puts the book away. What?
If the spikes that chest are poisonous,
Why
you
don't
could
Elisha is already
Potentially-
sighing.
you could potentially collect it if activated.
Why wouldn't you just get it from the back?
Oh. Is there a hole to open that like has the vial?
You ripped off the top of the
You ripped off the
chest,
top
I
of it,
imagine
but it's in the
Ah.
side,
is.
which is still on the box.
Can I open it?
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna have Elisha investigate it and help her.
Okay.
I dig it.
That's magic.
With just your passive investigation, you'd be able to find it. Just
I know
after.
she's smarter than me. That's not metagaming.
But yes, you would be able to find it, and it would take you some time. You'd probably not want to be walking back to town, but you could be able to potentially weasel out of this thing a dose of whatever poison is within it.
Nice. Yeah, we can do that when we get back.
She will hand her a dagger. She needs to kind of unwedge it.
I hold up my fancy dagger that she made me.
Oh, right.
Thank you, but I already have one.
Actually, I need to still unrust the fucking sword.
You've got time. Cat pats her on the shoulder. Come on, let's head in. And on that note, I'd say this is a good place to call the session.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yay!
You guys have. Hmm?
What did you just say?
I want to do one thing, damn it.
What was that one thing?
I want to get to the cart to try something.
Well, you can do that next time.
Write it
make
down
it
in your
know what he's
write it down in like your
thinking about
Hang on, I
bio
know
or
exactly
something.
what I want. I want to try to make a mobile command center.
Oh!
Just drop it into the middle of the cart. Okay, don't worry, guys. Drops into the hole.
Exactly. You can just big chill in there. And then the DM's thing of, oh, you can't do work while on the move. Technically, I have an entire study to work in.
I don't know why, but I just imagine
Technically,
every now and again Cheshire will poke his head out to see what the fuck, and it's slightly creepy because it looks disembodied.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only 10 feet across in diameter, so it's not a huge.
No, when his
Mobile
head
base.
pokes out in the void.
Oh, I know.
No, Guru, it's 6 feet 9.
Is it 6 feet? Oh, it's 10 feet deep. You're right. So yeah, that's even less space than I thought. So yeah, you are going to be cramped in there.
I don't
is
think
okay.
Cheshire cares about cramped spaces all that much.
Yeah,
I didn't say he
He
did.
was in jail.
very true.
Mm-hmm.
If someone ever just, if an enemy knew us well enough and they just dropped a bag of holding in here, I'd be done.
It just looked at you,
Yeah, because I just get
Enjoy the
teleported
astral
randomly
plane.
somewhere in the astral plane.
which is essentially a fate as good as death.
Yeah.
Technically, Cheshire could survive.
Mm-hmm.
He just have to kill the right things. Because you still got
Cheshire comes back 20 years later, heavily scarred, has void dragon head.
So what have y'all been up to?
Alright.
Just
So-
still the same like personality too. It's like,
Mhm, mhm.
She's like, hey guys, how you doing? It's Cheshire, it's me, hi.
20 years in the future.
Elisha looks exactly the same.
You're a fucking elf!
Ellie and Karg have 3.5 children.
Wha- wait, think about this though. Ellie will have to watch every single one of us die at some.
Elisha,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's enough to drive an elf mad. Holy shit.
That's why they tend
Mm.
to not make
That's-
deep
yeah, exactly.
friendships with the lesser lived races.
Well, Lachi, you played yourself.
I
Right.
sure did.
You made friends
Unless
with us.
Cheshire somehow becomes immortal, which knowing him, I don't doubt.
Undying warlock path.
Why would you think I'd go warlock? I'm hurt.
He has so
What?
many other things he could become.
Oh, fair enough.
That being said, this has been an awesome session with you guys, as per the usual. Thank you all so much for everyone who is watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube, please leave us a like and a comment. It really helps us out and lets us know what we can do to improve the gaming experience. Obviously, this was kind of a loot the hut sort of adventure where they were able to look around, interact, and grow as characters. And next week we should be back on the road, seeing what all is going to come, unless they want to dink around and look into the fishing village and become fishers, in which case we'll do the whole comedic end of the Mighty Nine. It's where they become farmers. Unlikely, because these people have things they need to do and things they want to see.
Heart
So,
attack. Cheshire would have a fucking heart attack.
Right.
yeah.
People forget he is miserable right now. People
wants to
forget how
move.
much he hates staying in one location.
Oh no, I know exactly how miserable he is. He's so fucking twitchy.
For everyone
There's
who's
reasons
watching
for
this
this
as well, we do stream these on twitch.tv/whatteamcomp, whatteamcomp, all one word, and we'd love to have you join us. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe if you want to keep up with the content. Leave us a follow on Twitch if you want to see when we're streaming. Hit the bell on YouTube if you want to know when the next episode's posted. We've been What Team Comp, and we will see you next time. Bye bye!
Boy.
Big schmood.